Yo! What is good? Philly Take Nation. Happy June. It is June 3rd, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It is one of the best days of the NBA season because it is the start of the NBA Finals. I did not think these two teams would be here at the beginning of this season, but that is the beauty of it. In a playoffs that has been filled with game sevens, high intensity, crazy upsets, and big matchups. There are two left remaining. It is the New York Knicks, who have not won the chip since 1973. It is the San Antonio Spurs with the new iteration of their young squad, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper the rookie, Mitch Johnson as their head coach in the post-Popovich era, and we are set for an unbelievable series, man. I am looking forward to this one as we break it all down and we react to it and we get into all of it, man. It is the NBA Finals 2026. It's now or never, man. I'm ready to rock. Let's go. Let's go, man. Fire me up, chat. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome on in, man. Happy Wednesday. Thank you all for being here all so early. You know what time it is, man, for our final series of the season. Obviously, we will be doing other coverage as well. We're not going anywhere, but for our final series of the Game Day Live Show, the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show, we are down to two. Like I said, it is the Knicks versus the Spurs in the 2026 NBA Finals, and we are going to learn a lot tonight. Let me tell you that. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tapping in from. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. Playoff Game Day Live Show presented by our great friends at National University, and for tonight, we are powered by the great Prize Picks app. Shout out to Prize Picks. New York Knicks, San Antonio Spurs. Two teams coming from completely different methodologies of building. Two different teams of pathways to getting here to the finals, but all that matters is that it's the first to win four. This is the number one Game Day Live Show. We will give you the pregame, the live game, the postgame coverage for every single game of this series, our staple play-by-play reactions, our analysis as it all goes down. We will give you the live stats. We will give you the live breakdown. Literally everything you need while watching the NBA Finals and hanging out with us. We got you covered, and we will read out your comments in real time as well. We will react to what you are saying, give the fans a voice. So do me a favor, go down below right now. Find that thumbs up button, all right? Find it wherever it is on your screen, on your phone, your TV. Hit that thumbs up button. That way we can push this into the algorithm, get more fans in here, and have some fun. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to get in on the live chat, and most importantly, turn on those noties. That way you don't miss any of our content. Also follow us on all other social medias. We'll have the link tree coming through in the chat. You can follow all of our platforms, and shout out to the channel members. Let's see those emojis, man. Let's get hype. If you want to become a channel member, support me as a creator, but also get those emojis, those loyalty badges. Get your name highlighted in the chat. Go ahead and hit that join button down below. Members, keep dropping those emojis. All right, man. It is time to kick things off. So welcome on in. Let's see. Do we have any members in the chat right now? Beer Battered Gummy Shark is in the house. We got my guy Clint in the house. AG, what's up? Sure, we'll have a lot of people returning from last game, which, by the way, was incredible as the Spurs went on the road and took down the OKC Thunder. So much fun streaming that. Had a ton of people in here, so we'll see how tonight goes. But I think this game has the potential to show us a lot, and I think this game has the potential to show us a little. What do I mean by that? And as I go ahead and get through my breakdown here, I want y'all to let me know down in the comments, what is your first initial thoughts on this series? How do you feel? Which way are you leaning? You know, what's your gauge on this series? Because coming in, obviously it's the rematch of the 1999 finals. And by the way, actually, before I do that, just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly, right? There's no like messed up audio, no static, nothing. If I sound crystal clear, drop a 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure everything technical wise is good. Like I said, we've had a little bit of issues last couple games. So let me know in the chat. Drop a 1 if you can hear me crystal clear. Now, back to what I was saying. I feel like there is so many ways to look at this series, right? It's the rematch of 1999. And in that series, the Knicks didn't even put up 90 points. They got beat 4-1. They had injuries, obviously. Spurs were better anyway. Now, fast forward to 2026, you got the New York Knicks, who are coming in with the philosophy of, we paid a bunch of guys. Jalen Brunson took a bit of a pay cut. We traded all of our draft picks. We are going all in for, in my opinion, a 2-year window. The Knicks have to win this if they want to win a championship. I mean, sure, they could run it back next year, but the likelihood and the probability of them staying healthy like they have and things working out the way they have, and, you know, Landry Shamet shooting 80% from 3 in a series, like, you have to have some luck to go on a championship run. So the Knicks are playing in this very tight window where if one thing goes wrong or if one guy gets hurt, they can't upgrade the team. They're kind of cooked. Then you have the complete opposite side where the San Antonio Spurs, it feels like, are way ahead of their years. They have pretty much disregarded all of the notions that a team can't win on their first journey into the playoffs. They can't get this far. They can't get to the finals. They went on the road. And you know my saying, which I've said many times in the last streams, I thought the Thunder were winning Game 7 because until the Thunder showed me that they couldn't get it done with their backs against the wall, I was picking the Thunder. And you know what? The Spurs are finally the team that pushed through the last layer and was able to take them down. Now, sure, the Thunder had injuries. That is fair to say. But you can't take away credit from what the Spurs have done. So the Spurs are way ahead of their years. They have a rookie in Dylan Harper. They have a second-year player in Stephon Castle. They have a third-year player who looks like an alien in Victor Wembanyama. And they're still very young, and it feels like the Spurs can probably contend with this core for at least 3 to 4 years. So again, it's a difference in philosophy. It's a difference in pathway to getting here, but the goal remains the same, which is to get an NBA championship. Coming into this series, I don't think that I'm going to really consider, the Knicks and their title drought or the Spurs and their first run here. Like, I don't really care about the outside noise anymore because both of these teams have kind of shown that we can throw all of those theories and those, I guess, stereotypes out the window. It's going to be about who plays the best basketball in this series. No more saying, this team's too old or this team's too young. It doesn't matter anymore. It is all about the right now. And it is about who can play the best and execute the best in these 4 games. Simple as that. I don't think either one of these teams are phased, and I think they're both hot right now. Now for the New York Knicks, they've won 11 straight. They swept the Sixers. They swept the Cavs. They beat the Hawks the last 3 games of that series, beat them down. The Knicks, I think they said, haven't lost in like 41 days. They have 9 days of rest coming into this series. Then once again, other side of the spectrum, you have the San Antonio Spurs, who played, 3 days ago? And they played a really hard physical 7-game series. They played 5 in the first round. They played 6 in the second round, and then they played 7 against the defending champion Thunder. So the San Antonio Spurs are coming in probably winded, probably gassed. They are on their home floor, which I do think could give them a boost. But it is very fair to say that the Knicks have the rest advantage. I mean, both of these teams are primarily healthy, which is nice to see, and I hope that we see a healthy series. But the Knicks are very well rested. Now, a lot of people have said, can that work against them? Are they too relaxed? Are they going to be too lackadaisical? Will they have rust from not playing in 9 days? Well, they said that after the Sixers series, and we didn't really see much rust at all. But when we start to look at these teams, I'll tell you what, and right off the bat, I'm not going to get to my prediction yet for tonight, but the Knicks better be ready, because coming off a big rest to play the Cavaliers is not coming off a big rest to play the San Antonio Spurs. This Spurs team has blown me away. They have shocked me in every way. They don't look phased. They don't look like they're, getting too much ahead of themselves or like too far in, like they just seem like they're calm and composed, and they're just very much collected within themselves, and they believe in each other, and they're like, yeah, we can win the championship. Of course we can. So going back to my original statement, we got to look at game one, and then we got to look at the series in itself. We're going to get to the series in itself in a minute. But for game one, I believe that the Knicks have the advantage tonight because, again, they're fully rested and they're ready to just fire away. And I think as we saw, for example, with the Sixers, right? When the Sixers played 7 games, then they had to come out and play game one against the Knicks. Like, they were just completely winded. It was a predictable blowout. I hope we don't get a blowout tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do. So that's number one. The other thing, again, is the series. Now, what am I looking for in this series? What are the biggest keys? Drop your biggest keys in the chat. Who's the most important player in this series? A lot of people are going to say Jalen Brunson, and a lot of people are going to say Victor Wembanyama. I'm going to give you a different answer. And it's going to be the same person I said in the Thunder series. I think the most important player for the Spurs in this series is Stephon Castle. I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but the level of defense that I've seen from a 21-year-old second-year player in Stephon Castle is out of this world. It is some of the best that I have ever seen from a guy in his early 20s. We know defensive gravity, Victor Wembanyama. We know he can cover the whole paint, the whole floor. But Stephon Castle, I know SGA had a great game 7. Obviously, his teammates didn't show up. But outside of that game 7, and outside of, I guess, game 1, Stephon Castle, he rose to the assignment. He passed all the tests, and he had SGA in jail. If Stephon Castle does that again against Jalen Brunson, the Knicks are cooked. Do you hear me, New York? Because I know there's probably New York fans in the chat. If Stephon Castle can stay out of foul trouble and can do what he did against the Thunder, the Knicks are cooked. Now, again, I don't want to just sit here and sound like I'm hating on the Knicks. But as I said after that Cavs series, and all the Knicks fans were in my comments, they're mad, oh, I'm a homer, I'm a hater, whatever. I tell you the truth. The truth is, the Knicks did not see a defense anything close to this Spurs defense in this playoffs. Hawks were ahead of their years. Good story, not that great of a defense. The Sixers were injured with Joel Embiid, and the Cavaliers stink. The Spurs defense is going to be a whole new task for the New York Knicks. And if Stephon Castle takes Jalen Brunson out of these games, they are in trouble. That's number one. Now, on the flip side, who's the most important player for the New York Knicks? I don't think it's Jalen Brunson. I think it is Karl Anthony Towns. Because the New York Knicks, all season long, their fan base was constantly ridiculing Karl Anthony Towns. They were calling him a loser, one of the worst signings or worst trades ever. And once he started to really unlock it in the last month or two, that's when they took it to a new level. Because not only can Jalen Brunson get downhill and, whether he flops or not, get to the line, get to the paint, get his buckets. Jalen Brunson's going to get buckets. But Karl Anthony Towns being that pick and pop guy, the dude that can knock down threes, he's also been playing great defense, by the way. Him unlocking his game has taken the Knicks to a new level. And you could also argue Mikal Bridges, but I think Karl Anthony Towns is the most important player for the Knicks. And what I'm very interested to see is how are the Spurs going to guard Karl Anthony Towns? I think that's a big coaching decision in this series. What I personally would do if I was Mitch Johnson is I would let Wemby roam the paint because we know how much of an impact he makes. I would put a guard on Karl Anthony Towns to prevent him from shooting the three so uncontested. And I would just do that until it doesn't work. I would leave Wemby back. I would not, let them switch everything and put Wemby on Cat. I would leave Wemby in the paint, and I would dare the New York Knicks to make their shots. And I would leave Josh Hart open. I put Wemby on Josh Hart and let him stay back. And I know people are going to say, well, Josh Hart did that before and it worked. It may. And then you have to adjust. But that is what I would do if I was Mitch Johnson. So anyway, I think those are the most important players for this series. Couple final keys that I have. The Knicks rebounding is very tough and physical. That could give them an advantage. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson is dealing with some type of either pinky or hand. I've heard it reported many different ways, but they're going to need all the rebounding they can get, because I think that is one clear advantage that the Knicks do have. But I think the Spurs team defense can really put it to New York. New York has been on this crazy historical offensive run. They have the best net rating over these last, I think it's 13 games of any team ever in the playoffs. Like, they are playing historical offense, but I will stand on the fact that they have not met a team like the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Spurs play with cohesion, team defense. It's going to make it hard for the Knicks. So the Knicks are going to have to D up as well. But I think the Knicks have to be on it when it comes to rebounding, second chance points. And I think San Antonio, they can't get out of their flow. Like, sometimes they get a little one-dimensional, whether it's Wemby just jacking threes. I'm not saying don't shoot threes. Sometimes he gets a little one-dimensional, or Castle's getting in tunnel vision and he's turning the ball over. They're just going to have to play that cohesive style of offense where they drive and kick to Champagnie and Vassell, right? Those guys have to hit. I would also say the Knicks have better depth right now by a little, but who's to say Landry Shamet doesn't go ice cold in this series? We don't know, right? Like, he's on a crazy run right now, but who knows? If Dylan Harper is healthy for San Antonio, I think that gives them a huge advantage off the bench, but we don't know. And De'Aaron Fox, if he's not producing, I mean, he was great in Game 7, but if he's not producing, then you have to make the coaching adjustment to go with Dylan Harper. I think both of these coaches have done a great job. I think both teams are pretty talented, but it's all about, who you think is the team of destiny. I think both teams can kind of be looked at as teams of destiny, but based on the confidence level that the Spurs have right now, I just think tonight will be tough given that they have way less rest, but that team is tough, man. They're tough as nails. They're resilient. So anyway, man, I think we are set for a really good series matchup-wise. I'm trying to be as fair as I can. I think both teams have advantages in certain areas, but the question is, who's going to come out on top? So anyway, I gave you all my information, all my keys, all my main thoughts. We'll talk about it as the series goes on. Spurs are a favorite tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to our series predictions here in just maybe like 5 minutes before this starts. But I want to go to Game 1 tonight. I told you my thoughts on Game 1. Welcome on in. Playoff Game Day Live Show. If you're just tuning in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here all series long breaking this down. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Game 1, and let's get to our final predictions. It is the final predictions presented by Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below in the comments right now, who is getting the win in Game 1? What will the final score be? Who will lead the game in points, and how many points will they have? So once again, I want 4 predictions from you down in the comments. Final score prediction, who gets the win in Game 1? Who will be the leading scorer, and how many points will they have? That is what I want to know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I will give you my thoughts for Game 1, and then we will get to our final series predictions. But before I give you my Game 1 predictions, got to let you guys know about our great partners over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We made it. The NBA Finals are here. The action does not stop, though, when the confetti falls and the NBA crowns a champ, because it's a star-studded, scorching summer of sports. We have women's basketball. Baseball is heating up. the world's biggest soccer tournament on American soil, and the first ever MMA fight on the White House lawn. Make your picks for all these events and more this summer on Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. I think I'm actually going to get into soccer for once with Prize Picks. You know, I don't watch a lot of soccer, but this is the time to jump in. They're offering everything on Prize Picks, from group stage winners to goals scored. I'm excited to watch some of these big stars, hearing from all my friends and hearing them root for the different countries: Argentina, Brazil, France, US, and also try to win money while doing it. And as for these NBA finals, I mean, like I just said, everything's on the line. This is going to be a great series. Now is the time to get in on the biggest games of the season. Make your picks on everything from points and rebounds to dunks, three-pointers, fantasy score, and more before a champion is crowned. Prize Picks is a preferred partner of the NBA, so you know what to do. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Make your parlay, and if you get your picks right, you can cash in. Get in on all the action. Prize Picks is available in all 50 states. Download the app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first 5. Once again, use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for our predictions in game 1. So I kind of hinted to it a few minutes ago, but I think that long dreaded game 7 and that whole series, we saw how Wemby looked in games 5, 6, and 7. He was kind of floating around the perimeter. He was tired. They only had 3 days of rest. Sure, that's a lot, but compared to 9, no, it's not. And I think that these boys are going to come in a little bit gassed. I think the Knicks will be ready to shoot out of a cannon. So I'm actually going to give game 1 to the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to play well, established. I think they're going to get a big road win here in game 1. I think they may get a little too high on themselves. I think they may get a little overconfident. Knowing them, they'll probably be burning down the city. But yeah, I'm going to give game 1 to the New York Knicks. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being a blowout. It just feels like some kind of predictable blowout for me, just given, again, where the Spurs are coming off of last series. I'm going to say the Knicks win by, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 points. So I'm going to say something like 111 to 103. Final score in this game, 111-103. The Knicks win. And I don't know if Brunson's going to go off. I'm going to say maybe like a sleeper pick tonight. I'll go with like an OG Anunoby. I don't know why. I just feel like OG Anunoby has a chance to make an imprint on this series. And I think, you know, obviously they're dealing with a lot of injuries. By the way, I didn't even read out the injury report. I wanted to see what they designated on Dylan Harper. Let me read. Let me see if they even have him listed on here. But yeah, I think it's going to be like a sleeper game. I think someone else is going to go off for the Knicks tonight. Let's see. Can I even get the injury report? Where is the injury report? All right, here we go. Here we go. So, yeah, they don't even have Dylan Harper listed on here. They just have Mitchell Robinson with his right hand fracture. So, yeah, I'm going to say OG Anunoby dropped something like 26 points tonight, and he has a big game 1. Nobody sees it coming. OG for 26, and the Knicks get a game 1 win, 111 to 103. So that is my game 1 prediction, and I'm going to read some out, and then we will get to our series predictions. All right. Game 1 predictions, drop them in the chat. I'm only going to read out a few, so rapid fire, drop them in the chat. Let's see. We got Knicks 111-108. Busy B in the house. What's up? Says 117-114. Spurs. Wemby with 30. Clint says Spurs 117-111. Wemby with 29. Estelle says Knicks 106-101. Cavs leading the series analytically. Cavs won the finals analytically. Let's see. Bro, what are smoking? You think Spurs is Philly and Cavs, please. Not sure what that means, man. Let's see. Prediction: Spurs come out hot as usual. Knicks fight back by the third. Wemby gets gassed and fouls and hangs out at the three-point line. I get hired as Spurs assistant coach to get Wemby to use his talent. There you go. All right. So that's all I see in here for game one predictions. Drop them in the chat. Like I said, I just feel game one that the Spurs are going to be a little bit winded. I'm going to get to my series prediction here in a second. And if you, again, you got to make sure you follow us on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, because I did a game-by-game prediction today for this series. I went game by game and I predicted each game. But I'm going to tell you right now my series prediction, all right? Hold on, we got a couple more in here. 00 says Spurs 118-110, Spurs in 5, 111-102 tonight, Spurs 119-114. Okay, so we got some Spurs predictions. We have some Knicks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time we've all been waiting for. Before we get underway, and you know what, man? Let's drop the beat. You know, I'm trying to get fired up. Drop some fires in the chat, man. You guys got to keep me going. Let's keep the energy up. It's game one of the freaking finals. It's June. Let's have some fun, and let's wake up the neighbors tonight, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. We're going to get to our final series prediction here in just a second. Let's go. Fires in the chat, man. Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Yes, sir. They're doing a pretty cool intro here for the Spurs and Knicks. But let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. All right, final predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, speak now or forever hold your peace. Drop it in the chat right now. What is your final series prediction? Real quick, here's what I have happening in this series. Knicks are going to win game one tonight. Spurs will be gassed. Spurs come back in game two at home. They know they can't lose both. Wemby's going to dominate, have a classic thriller, and just go crazy. Spurs dominate in game two. They go to New York. The fans are fired up. First game at the Garden in the finals in so long, yada, yada, yada. And the Knicks lay an egg and let them down. Spurs take a 2-1 lead. Then in game four, the Knicks bounce back because they know they can't lose both at home. So then it becomes a 2-2 series back to San Antonio. Spurs go cardiac down to the wire in game five. Wemby, Castle lock up at the end. They hit a big three, and they win game five. And then it goes back to New York with the Knicks trying to save the series, and they lay another egg at home. And the Spurs win in 6 on the road with blue and orange all around, and the Knicks fans defeated in the stands. Wemby becomes the youngest finals MVP since I forget who, but the Spurs become one of the youngest playoff teams to ever win the chip. They defy all the odds. They become the new dynasty of the NBA. Well, I can't say dynasty until they win multiple, but they become the new favorite to become a dynasty. And they defy all the odds and the notions about being too young. And the San Antonio Spurs crown themselves with the Larry O'Brien in New York, in the Garden. That's what I think, man. That's what I think. And I know people in the chat, the Knicks fans are going to be like, oh, you're just hating. Listen, man, I just went through both sides of it. I just went through everything of how I feel, which teams have which advantages. I honestly feel that this is going to be a great series. But as I said, the New York Knicks have not been battle tested yet. They have not seen a defense like this. And I will stand on that. But we'll see what happens, man. A lot of things can happen in this series. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Give me your final series predictions in the chat. Spurs in 6, baby. Spurs in 6. Busy B says Spurs in 7. I'm riding with Air Corgi on this one. Yeah, the Corgi has not missed. Word on the street is that Corgi has not missed. So shout out to the Corgi. Haddonfield says Spurs in 6. 00 says getting our 6th championship for Papa G. Knicks in 6 says Frame. 00 says Spurs in 5. There we go. Sounds like another Sixers hater. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But hey, I'm going to do my best to analyze the series, and, you know, I'm going to sit here and just enjoy it, really. I'm going to enjoy good hoops, man. Because, look, at the end of the day, man, I'm here in the beginning of June. It's my birthday month, by the way. Coming soon. We got the draft coming up. We're going to be dropping videos about the draft next week. We're going to be live streaming the Mike Gansey presser. I thought it was going to happen yesterday. I was all set up for it. Don't know when it's happening, but we're going to live stream that. We're going to live stream the draft. We're going to talk about draft prospects. We're going to live stream both nights of the draft. We're going to live stream free agency. I'm just having fun with this, man. So the fact that we get to watch the finals and just have fun, man, I'm ready to just enjoy good hoops. I hope this is a really good series. I hope this is a really good series. Let's go. All right, man. New York Knicks do not have any game for the Spurs, says Edward. Who else? Busy says, I'm on a hate watch. Hey, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I want the Knicks to win. I definitely don't. But I'm not going to sit here and just hate on everything they do. You know, I'm going to try to call it as fair as I can. But of course, I don't want to see the Knicks win, especially with how rude some of their fans were and the things that they said and DM'd me and like all this stuff. Yeah, I don't like the Knicks. I'll be honest. I think it's cool for the history of the game that they're here, but I still don't think they can beat the Spurs. That's where I'm at. Big Papa says Knicks in 6. Clint says Spurs in 6. Wemby wins MVP. Philly Jackson says Spurs in 6. Burr says swept like the Sixers. Wow. Congratulations, man. Still talking about the Sixers. Should be worried about the San Antonio Spurs. Fresh Prince says, Knicks in 6. Dawood says Spurs in 7. Edwards says Spurs in 5. Dallas says Spurs in 6. Yeah, I'm going Spurs in 6, man. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at in this one. Guys, we got 120 people in here. Hit the like button right now. Get us to 100 before the game begins. Let's see if we can keep pushing this out into the algorithm. Once again, I'm RB. Philly Tig with RB. I also cover the Philadelphia Eagles for A2ZSports.com. That's what I've been spending most of my time on this week. I know people are asking me, yo, where's the draft content? Sorry, man. I had a lot to do this week with the A.J. Brown stuff. So I've been covering that. Yeah, man, but we're here. I'm ready for this series, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back on with the community. I'm really excited to be back on here with you guys. And I know that this is our last game day live series of the season, but I hope y'all don't vanish in the off season, man, because we bring so much other content and coverage, and we got some things in the pipeline, man. So don't disappear, man. Don't disappear. Make sure you have noties on, man, because like I said, we have some good things in the pipeline coming this off season, next season. I'm ready to go, man. Let's go. Let's go. We're closing in on 20K on IG. We're closing in on 5K on TikTok. Follow us over there, guys. Follow us on Facebook, too. We're blown up on Facebook. Let's go, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Everybody feels the same way except Thunder and Knicks fans. They're insufferable on so many levels. They really are, man. I won't bring up a lot of the things that they said to me, but yeah, I can't say that I would ever root for the Knicks. Now, for example, if my guy AP stops through the chat, you know, AP's been a loyal viewer all season. He's a great, cool guy, one of the few. You know, good luck to AP. You know, I'm not going to root for your team, but good luck to you. You know, I can be fair. But I'm not going to sit here and say I want them to win. Hell no. And also, if the Knicks do win this finals, it makes the Sixers look even worse because look at the teams that have a drought right now, right? If the Knicks end their drought, then it's even more pressure on the Sixers to have to end theirs. So we'll see, man. Like I said, I'm going to try to call this series as fair as I can. I don't like the Knicks, but I just like watching NBA basketball. You know, I like watching good hoops. And I think that there's a lot of levels to this series. There's a lot of layers to peel back. I just hope we get a healthy series. I hope we don't get as many blowouts as we did in the Western Conference Finals because it was a fun series, but there was too many blowouts. I don't want a lot of blowouts. I want good games. So let's see. Let's see. Clint says, thanks, RB. We're lucky to have you. You do an amazing job. Clint in the chat, my guy. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. We got Cool J in the chat. Shout out to the mods who have been rocking all season long, man. Guys, get us to 100 likes. We need 45 more. Let's go. Last year, we were one of the top streams on YouTube in the finals. That's because of you guys and all the work that you did. So let's blow up again. Let's get on the YouTube recommended page. and let's keep it blowing up, man. We got the national anthem about to be sung here. Let's see who's singing it today. At the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. I know they have to be hyped, man. Former Sixer Julian Champagnie could get a ring, or former Sixer Landry Shamet could get a ring. We got Wood in the chat. Estelle says, how will your prediction change if the Spurs win tonight? I think it'll probably still remain the same. I'll probably just swap games 1 and 2. Wow, that's a big trophy they have on the floor, man. Busy B says, I'm from New York and I will not root for the Knicks. The thing that sucks is that with the Knicks, like, it would be cool for them just in terms of basketball history, right, to end their drought, but they're just so insufferable and they're so frustrating that it's like you can't find any ounce of energy to root for them, you know? It's kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. We got Jason A-Team in the chat. What's up, Jason? Clint in the chat. You guys have any hot takes for tonight, man? Drop them in the comments. I think my hot take of the night is that, let's see. My hot take is that, I don't know. I just think the Spurs are just going to have a little bit of a shaky night in game 1. I don't know. Maybe I'll reverse jinx them. Maybe I'll go with my reverse jinxology. I think my hot take of the night is the Spurs will turn the ball over more than 15 times. That'll be my hot take. Great job by whoever just sung the national anthem. We've had 8 different champions now in a row, which is pretty cool, man. A lot of parity in the NBA, despite what everybody has said. Look at that, man. Wow, that's awesome. We're going to have our 8th different champion in a row. You guys are just tuning in, man. I gave you my whole breakdown of this series. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to a few main factors, but game 1's going to be huge tonight. Knicks are coming in on heavy rest. We'll see what happens. My only rules in the chat, guys, please do not spam and please do not spoil the game. We will time up our scoreboard with the game as best as we can. Starting lineup for the Knicks is Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns. Clint says, ouch, I'm a Cowboys fan. Sorry to hear that, Clint. Sorry to hear that, man. You're a good dude. You're a good dude. Jeremy's going to win a championship regardless of who wins. Honestly, I could give 2 craps about Jeremy Sohan. His moment of the playoffs was trying to argue with VJ Edgecombe. He can sit on the bench all series and get his consolation prize when it's over. Here comes the intros for the Spurs. They got a Wemby video playing. Oh, that's tough. They put the Luke Cornett block on there too. Jason says, fighting with my girl at the moment is driving me crazy. Knicks in 6. Yo, she's messing with your head, Jason. She's messing with your head, Jason. Jason, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here, man. Fire Take Goat. Hopefully it's a little bit of a getaway, man. Shout out to Jason in the chat. How can we doubt the Knicks at this point? It's likely they sweep the Spurs. There's no way you believe that. There's no way. This Spurs crowd is about to go crazy tonight, man. And they got the old traditional finals court logo out here. I'm feeling very nostalgic right now, man. I'm feeling like a little kid again, even though I'm not that old. But I'm feeling like a little kid, man. I'll tell you guys a funny story in a second. Here's the starting lineup for San Antonio. It's De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie, Devin Vassell, and Victor Wembanyama. One of my one of my coolest, I guess, fondest NBA Finals memories. I'll never forget it, man. Watching on one of like the old style TVs. You guys remember that Spurs and Heat Finals? One of my favorite that I've ever watched. And obviously I was just like so into it. I was a lot younger. I guess that was what, 12 years ago? Holy crap. But yeah, man, that, you know, not to break Spurs fans' hearts, but man, so many big moments in that series. The Ray Allen shot, like just all of it. Like that was just like, that was like hoops at the pinnacle for me. You know, like just the competitiveness, the star power, just I don't know. I'm not going to say it was before Divas, but it was before like anybody cared about the CBA that much and the max contracts. Like it was just two well-built teams from different styles, one being like more homegrown and then one being, you know, assembling a super team, just going at each other. Like it, I just remember that series so fondly, and to see the Spurs back in it now with a different team, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I don't know. There's a lot of finals I enjoyed, like the Warriors run there, but that like Spurs and Heat, that the Heat run, you know, the Mavs when Dirk got there, like a lot of great series, man. And I want to feel that way in this series. Because honestly, I feel like the last couple years, and let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like the last couple years we've had a lot of injuries in the NBA. And I feel like we finally have two teams that are pretty much healthy. So I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. 180 people in the chat. Get us to 100 likes right now, man. Please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button so we can push this out to more fans. We're going to be here all series long. Like I said, we drop videos, we drop shorts, live shows, and we're trying to build an amazing community, man. So hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let's go, man. See if we can get to 500 tonight. Can we do that? Can we get to 500 tonight? Let's go ahead and get this box score up here in a second. Let's go. If the Spurs win this game tonight on 3 days of rest, then the Knicks are really, really in trouble. I'll tell you that right now. I don't think the Knicks have seen a defense like this. I think they're going to be a little shell-shocked, especially Jalen Brunson trying to score against Stefan Castle. But both teams have other guys that can step up, you know. Both teams have guys that can step up big time. So bench is going to be huge. We will see, man. All right, here we go. Knicks have it first. Brunson going to pop a three, and he drills it to begin game one. Nice shot by Jalen Brunson. Knicks are rocking the white unis, and the Spurs are rocking the black unis. Spurs fans on their feet. They're rocking the three different colors. Welcome in NBA Playoff Game Day live show with your boy RB. Give you all the live stats, break it down as it happens. Here's a shot from Wemby. What a shot. Maybe we'll get a game one like the Western Conference Finals, which was insane. All right, here we go. Karl Anthony Towns, guarded by Wemby. Cat kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges has been great in these playoffs. Another level unlocked for New York. Brunson going to drive, try to dip back off the shoulder, misses the bunny. There's Josh Hart on the offensive rebound. Anunoby from the corner, and he drills it. Second attempt, and it's Anunoby who gets it to go, and the Knicks have not missed a beat, picking up right where they left off. Here's Devin Vassell going to find Victor Wembanyama. He pump fakes, drives, steps back against Cat. He's going to spin, turn, go past him, float it up, misses it. Champagny the rebound. Here's Vassell, top of the arc. It's in and out. A third attempt, and Castle missed the layup. He misses a layup right under the basket. Here comes Josh Hart on the other end. Cat from deep, and it's short. Castle had the rebound, but somehow he missed the third opportunity right under the rim, and now Wemby gets poked, trying to do too much with it. Bridges, Anunoby, drives, he goes up, and he lays it in, and a quick five for OG Anunoby, and the Knicks lead it 8-2. What was my take in the pregame, man? I said Anunoby would lead the game in points. Castle drives the lane. He goes up, had it plucked away, gets it back. We'll see how the refs call this series. Vassell to Fox. Fox going to find Wemby. Wemby in the high post, turns, fades. Wemby misses it. The Spurs are all out of whack right now. Here come the New York Knicks. Hart, Bridges, drive, pull up, mid-range, can't get it. And the Spurs try to fight for it. Champagnie comes away with it. Here they come. Wemby, Fox from the wing. Can't get it, but the tap-in goes for Vassell. And the Spurs answer back. It's a 4-point gap. Here's Hart driving the lane. He's got to kick it out. These boys are scared to go up against Wemby. Anunoby in the corner. He steps back. Nice closeout. Knicks have it. Cat up top, guarded by Vassell. He's going to find Josh Hart. Hart, pump fake, drives, lays it, and what a play by Joshua Hart. He faked the pass to the corner, had a wide open lane because of it. It is 10-4. Here's Wemby at the top, kicks it over to Vassell. Vassell off the dribble, coming downhill, finds Wemby. Wemby going to hand it off to Fox, now the other way, sidestep, Fox for three, it's short. Both of these teams have proved that they can go on quick runs, man. They can both get hot at any time. Hart blocked by Wemby. Here come the Spurs. 3-on-3. Castle. Wemby. Wemby from deep. It's good. Woo! What a start to this game, man. High intensity. Lots of energy. Both offenses are clicking. Fans are still on their feet. That's how you do it, San Antonio. Bridges. Hart from the corner. Drives and kicks out to the wing. Anunoby to Brunson, guarded by Vassell. Brunson going to switch on to Champagnie. He goes up for three. It was blocked. Shot clock violation. Great defense by the Spurs. Man, what a block by Wemby. Hart was kind of, twisting back and forth, trying to get him off balance, and Wemby still turned around and blocked it. Here's a three in the corner from Fox. The tie. Can't get it. Knicks have the board. Here comes Josh Hart. Up the floor. It's 10-7. Here's Cat, guarded by Wemby now. So they are going to leave Wemby on Cat to begin. Cat's going to drive right past him. The Euro in the lane floats it up and in. Knicks go back up by 5 at a timeout by Mitch Johnson. 7:28 to go here in the first. Knicks with an early lead. Guys, we got 200 plus in the chat. Once again, we are giving you the live play-by-play, the stats, the coverage, and more. Please do me a favor and hit the like button. Let's go, guys. Get us up to 100 likes. How do we feel so far? A lot of great defense, but also a lot of great offense. Wow. I want to pay a little bit closer attention to some of the matchups. I am surprised that they're going Wemby on Cat to begin. I mean, you see how much of a presence Wemby is. We all know that, right? But, you don't want Wemby to get pushed too far out onto the perimeter. You want to keep Wemby in that high post area so he can just kind of roam whatever he wants. The question is Josh Hart, let's say you put Wemby on Josh Hart, is he going to be able to knock down those threes? That is the biggest question. But interesting start, man. Brunson made a couple tough shots, or one tough shot. Cat made a shot. Anunoby, couple nice buckets. Spurs were they came out of the gate a little bit all over the place. Felt like it was push the ball to Wemby, push the ball to Wemby. You don't want to tire him out too early on. Devin Vassell, I saw him on Brunson one possession. I saw him on Bridges the other. So I got to take a closer look at the matchups. But good start to this game, man. Really good start to this game. Good energy. Shout out to the crowd as well. Fans are on their feet. Really enjoying that. That was a heck of a block by Victor Wembanyama. What I was trying to say is Hart is doing a little skip back and forth. Wemby's just running straight down. He's looking to his left, looking to his right, looking to his left. Hart's just kind of going back and forth, kind of weaving through. And then Hart's all right, I'm going to go right. And Wemby's oh yeah, I'm tall enough. He just turns and then just blocks the heck out of it. Get that out of here, man. So good defensively. Good energy in this game so far. 330 people in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Get us to 100 likes so we can wake up my annoying neighbors, man. You guys want to know what the neighbors have been doing all week, man? They've been waking me up at 7:30 a.m. One of the neighbors having their whole house done and they're reselling it. So it's like, holy smokes, bro. Every day, bro, waking me up. So we got to wake them up. Every day, bro. Busy B says it's going to be a good series. Ellie says it's the Nuns versus the Bing Bong. I like that. 00 says Spurs got to force them in the paint and off the perimeter. That's where they are dangerous. Yeah. Force them right into that Wemby trap. Force them right into Wemby trap. MC says, if the Knicks win another finals, if the Knicks win finals, another rival after the Celtics and Raptors, and I'm going to go into hiding and not watch for a long time. I hear you, man. Let's not speak it into existence, man. All right, man, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going, man. There's Greg Popovich. Shout out to Greg Popovich. Hope he's doing all right, man. Hope he's good health-wise. Dylan Harper comes in for the first time for San Antonio. Like I said, they might have to go to him earlier. Here's Keldon Johnson as well. They're going to hit some subs, and Castle turns it over. Stolen by New York. Hart going to find Cat. Guarded by Wemby. Blows right by him and lays it in. I'm telling you guys, man. I'm telling you, you cannot have Wemby on Cat. You can't do that all series. Here's Dylan Harper, guarded by Mikal Bridges, going to find Castle. Castle to Vassell. Vassell down to Wemby. Wemby in the post. He's guarded by Josh Hart. Wemby's going to turn. Here comes a double team. Wemby kicks it out. Here's Castle. He launches a three. That one's off the mark. And we have a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on New York, so it's going to stay with San Antonio. Listen, if Cat is dribble driving like that, yeah, you got to put somebody else on him, man. You got to let Wemby be that second line of defense. Now they're going to actually switch the call, and the Knicks are going to take the out of bounds. There's Scott Foster. I didn't even know he was the lead ref tonight. Wow, Keldon Johnson got grabbed on the rebound. How did they reverse that call? That's crazy. How did they reverse that? Brunson coming around a high screen. He's guarded by Keldon Johnson. Now it's hard up to Cat. The pump fake, the drive, downhill again. Cat up with the little over the shoulder, misses it. Wow, that was a nice take by Cat. I'm not gonna lie. He just missed it. A little bit of a circus shot. I did not expect Cat to even get that off. Like I said before this game, though, man, he's one of the most important players in this series. .6:15 to go in the first. OG Anunoby's going to sub out for New York. Here is Castle down the hill, behind the back, steps back, Shaman in for the first time, and Castle puts him on the ground. Castle floats it up and in. Shaman has been on an absolute heater for New York. Brunson finds Hart. They leave him open for three. It's off the back iron. Spurs have it. Wemby up the floor to Johnson. Keldon Johnson driving all the way, goes up, misses the layup. Missed it right at the rim. Here comes New York. Hart, Shamet, Bridges. Bridges up top to Hart, swings to Brunson. Brunson into Cat. Cat backing down Keldon. Back Cat, double team, down low, throws it away. Spurs steal it. Harper up the floor, kicks it out. Johnson, Castle in the dunker spot, goes up, misses the layup, but he's fouled. Stefan Castle heading to the stripe for two. We got almost 500 people in the chat. Welcome on in to the playoff game day live show. We'll give it a live game call, live stats, and more. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. We are doing this every game of the series, giving you all the passion, the reactions, and more. Get your comments going in the chat. How do you feel about this game so far Castle going to knock down the first. So he brought in Keldon Johnson, I guess, to be a little more physical against the Knicks, right? Try to bump him a little bit. Busy B says, shaking my head, Scott Foster. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Castle going to knock down a pair at the line. 5:25 to go. Hart is going to hit the bench with 2 fouls now. So OG is going to re-enter. See how deep these teams go into their bench. Brunson going to dribble and kick. Here's Cornette in for Wemby. Anunoby drives the paint. Cornette stays on his feet, kicks it out to Shamet for 3. That one's short. Cat gets the offensive rebound. He turns, he spins, he walks, he floats it up, and it's an air ball. Here come the San Antonio Spurs. Castle down the hill. He pulls up and kicks. Johnson the corner 3. Couldn't bank it home, and the Knicks haven't. Here comes Brunson up the floor. Brunson has Castle now. Castle's taking Brunson off the ball. Brunson trying to find his space. He floats it up, can't get it to go, and the whistle stays silent. Here come the Spurs. Vassell, transition 3, no good. Johnson fighting for it. He gets wrapped up with Cat, and it's going to be a foul on San Antonio. A lot of missed opportunities here from 3 so far. We got 100 likes. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's wake them up. Piss them off, man. Yeah. Woo! Sir. Let's go, chat. Piss off my damn neighbors, man. Stop waking me up. Jalen Brunson working against Champagny now. Guarded tightly. Spurs throwing a lot of their wings at Brunson. He drives and kicks and throws it away. Stolen by Harper. Coast to coast. Harper tried to yam it, and he was fouled from behind by Bridges. Bridges got back with the length, and he smacked him across the wrist. So it's Harper to the line for 2. I guess a nice play by Bridges. Let's see this again. Man, beat him all the way down the floor. Harper went for the money. Not a bad play if you're Bridges, as long as it's a safe play. You know, you don't want anybody to get injured, but, woo! He was going for all the marbles, man. First one good at the line for Dylan Harper. So far, it's been for the Knicks, it's been Karl Anthony Towns, who's about to hit the bench now. Here comes Mitchell Robinson. He's got that hand taped up. As we all know, he has a broken pinky or hand or whatever it is. He's definitely dealing with something. Now, the good part for Mitch Robinson is he doesn't have to, like, shoot the ball or dribble. He just has to rebound. But the bad part is he's going to be going through some pain with that right hand. Free throw's good for Harper. It's 14-13. Here's Brunson coming around his screen. He's going to drive, oop it up. Robinson couldn't get it. Blocked by Cornette. Here come the Spurs. 4-on-4. Harper drives. He's fouled. And 1! Dylan Harper got the bucket and more. Yes, sir. This guy is a rookie, man. He is a rook. Oh my gosh, man. Dude. Bro, this is insane, man. Dude, Dylan frickin' Harper, man. Wow. That's all I could say. Wow. Spurs on a 9-0 run after the free throw. 3-point play again. Here's Shamet. Harper's up to 8 points, by the way, in 4 minutes. Here's Anunoby going to drive downhill. Spurs jump. He kicks it out. Brunson spots up for 3, and he can't knock it down. And here come the San Antonio Spurs. It's Champagny to Fox. Fox, dribble, drive, kick. Harper, does he have another one? He does! He does!
He's on fire!
He's on fire!
He's on fire!
Dylan Harper is cooking! Brunson, Shamet, can he answer? He does! Shamet gets it to go. We got a shootout here in quarter number 1. Fox drives the baseline. Champagnie for three. That one goes. It is raining threes here at the Frostbank Center. Game 1 of the finals. It doesn't get better than this. Brunson drives the lane. He floats it up. Misses it. Looks like they missed a foul there. Here's Fox to Champagnie. He lets one fly. Can't get it that time. Brunson was definitely fouled on that last play. They did not call it. Robinson at the top now against Cornette. The best part for the Spurs is we got a foul on Harper. Yo, the best part for the Spurs right now is that Wemby is resting. Wemby is fully resting right now. And the Spurs are on, I believe, a 9-0 run. Wow, man. Dylan Harper with 8 points here in the first quarter off the bench. He has been the spark. It's a 15-3 run total. Dylan Harper doing this as a rookie is just insane, man. I mean, we got to start talking about Dylan Harper, man. Holy crap, bro. Like I said in this pregame, if Dylan Harper's playing like this, man, and Fox is not showing up, you might have to just play Dylan Harper, man. He's that good. Like, you might just have to ride with Dylan Harper for most of this series, man. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable stuff, man. The fact that he's a rookie is what was really crazy for me. A year ago, he was playing at Rutgers. They couldn't even make the tournament, man. They stunk so bad. Rutgers. I went to Rutgers. Dylan Harper playing in front of a crowd of like 1,000 people or a couple thousand, and now he's playing in the NBA Finals, and he's cooking, man. Wild, man. 470 people in the live chat right now. We got 120 likes. Get us to 200. We are bringing the energy all series long, man. Just like we are tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat and welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, man. I'm having fun so far, man. I'm having fun so far. This has been a good game here in quarter one. The fact that the Spurs were able to take Wemby out and go on a 15-3 run is crazy. 9-0 run. Crazy, man. What I really like so far is just how much intensity there is, man. These dudes are leaving it all out there. And you know what, man? I got it. I mean, it's only the first quarter. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I maybe didn't give the Spurs enough credit. I said that they would be gassed coming into this game, and they look like they are, you know, running a marathon right now. Maybe they'll get tired in the second half, but so far I have not seen any sign of fatigue. They're playing great defense. They're hitting shots. Spurs, man. Crazy, man. Crazy stuff, man. Double Zero says Harper reminds me of Manu so much. And I know people aren't going to like this a lot, man, but well, actually, maybe y'all will, but like the fact that there's not, you know what? I don't want to jinx it and cross my fingers here, but like the fact that this game so far is like they're letting them play, you know, they're letting them just play physical like we saw in some of the games last series. Like, this is how I want it to be, man. This is the type of hoops that I want to see. I don't want to see all that flopping and foul baiting crap. Like, let's have a physical series. Let's have fun, man. Let's go. All right, man. Here we go. 5-point lead. It is the Spurs on a 15-3 run. Here's Jalen Brunson guarded by Champagnie. He's going to cross over against Harrison Barnes in for the first time. The vet. Brunson steps back. Can't get it to go. Here come the Spurs. Harper again up the floor. Harper dribbling, driving, turns, kicks. Wemby, Champagnie, great ball movement. Barnes dribbles in, finds Fox. Fox, Champagnie. from the corner. Got it. And a foul. It's an inadvertent 4-point play. Barnes was shoved to the ground. Champagnie hits the three. And Shamet shoves the guy to the floor. And one. And one. Yes, sir. One's in the chat, man. And one. Shamet. Wow, Shamet shoved Barnes to the floor and he hit Brunson's knee. He hit Brunson in the side of the knee. Barnes misses the free throw and the Knicks come up with it. Brunson is hobbling a bit. Well, Landry Shamet, that's why he shouldn't be shoving dudes on rebounds. We'll see if Brunson's okay. He's 1 of 7 to begin this game. Fox pokes it away. Here's Miles McBride in for the first time. He's going to chuck a three top of the arc, and he can't get the bounce. Like I said, man, in the pregame show, number one key in this series, I said the most important player is Stephon Castle, and he is clamping Brunson so far. Harper floats it up and in, and he flexes on Jalen Brunson! Oh my gosh! 20-3 run for the Spurs! Oh! Oh! Landry Shamet shoved Harrison Barnes into Jalen Brunson's knee, and now Brunson looks hobbled, which is not good for the New York Knicks. Listen, man. Couple thoughts, all right? Couple thoughts. And we do have trivia coming up here at the end of the first. First off, 500 plus in here, guys. Get this to 500 likes, all right? We're having fun so far. Thought number 2. As I said before this game, I really do not want any injuries, so I hope Brunson is not injured. Knicks fans probably wouldn't say the same thing if it was roles reversed, but I don't want Brunson to be hurt. I don't want anybody to be hurt. I want a good, healthy series. Brunson's going to be walking off the floor now. Wow. Wow, oh, wow. McBride for 3 out of the timeout. Misses it. Bridges taps it in. Look, I don't want anybody to be hurt, man. My third and final thought before we get into this here, man. Dude, the Spurs they just continue to amaze me, man. Here's Wemby back in the game. He's going to turn and spin over Cat. Banks it. Can't get it. Here comes Jose Alvarado now in for Jalen Brunson, who just went out of the game injured. Cat at the top. Here's Alvarado. Alvarado against Champagnie. Alvarado going to step back. Alvarado going to find Shamet. Shamet going to find Cat. And we got a foul on the floor. But if the New York Knicks claim that they are this insanely deep team, well, you got to step up and play, man. I mean, it's the NBA Finals, you know? You went out and traded for Jose Alvarado. You got to do what you got to do. The story of the game so far is that the Spurs, once again, just proved to be the more physically defensive team. And also, as I said, Stephon Castle's defense was clamping Brunson anyway. He was absolutely clamping Jalen Brunson. 30 seconds to go here in quarter 1. Here's the pull-up from Alvarado. It's in and out. In and out. Here come the Spurs. Fox at half court. Fox guarded by Alvarado. Fox working against Alvarado. 1-on-1. 7 seconds to go. Fox drives and kicks. Castle going to turn, spin, fade. Can't get it. 1 second to go, and that is it. That will do it. That will do it for quarter number one. It is 27-19. The Spurs end the first on a 20-5 run, and Jalen Brunson is potentially injured. So a lot of advancements here in this game so far. Welcome in to Philly Take with RB. We'll be here all series long. Thanks for being here. We'll wait to see if we get an update on Jalen Brunson. How are we feeling about this game so far, man? How are we feeling about this series? How are we feeling, man? A lot of things just changed here in one quarter of this series, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of intensity, a lot of high energy. So we'll break it all down, but we got to take one step away because it is the end of the first quarter, which means it is time for our favorite segment, NBA Scholars Trivia, presented by our great partners over at National University. So you guys know the drill. We are going to give one trivia question and only one answer, one guess is permitted in the chat. I will say the question first, then I will put it in the live chat. Whoever gets the correct answer first will get bragging rights. Shout out to National University, man. All right, here we go. Trivia question of the night is the following. It's the NBA Finals, so we're going to stick to NBA Finals trivia. Here it is. Who was the first NBA player to ever win multiple NBA Finals MVP awards? Who was the first NBA player to win multiple NBA Finals MVPs? Drop your guesses in the chat. Only one guess permitted. We'll give you 30 seconds. Who is it? Who is the first NBA player to win multiple NBA Finals MVPs? Wow, bragging rights is the best RB has to offer. Well, Richard, maybe you should actually do your homework, man, because throughout the regular season, we do it for an actual prize. So maybe you should show up during the regular season, man, and stop whining. Who was it, man? 15 more seconds. Let y'all get a guess in, man. Then we'll talk about this game a little bit. I think there's been 12 people to win multiple NBA Finals. I might be wrong on that, but it's been done a handful of times. Who was the first to do it? All right, Richard, you have a good night, man. Congratulations. Just got yourself kicked out of the chat. Not hard to do, man, when you act like an idiot. All right, let's see. I'm going to type done in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, did anybody get the correct answer? Let's see. Let me check some of the guesses here. Don't see the correct answer. Don't see it. All right, someone did get the correct answer, and we will announce it here in 1 second. We start quarter number 2. No sign of Jalen Brunson. We'll get back on that in a minute. Here's Victor Wembanyama going to find Champagnie. Spurs lead it by 8. Champagnie. Wemby from no man's land. Couldn't bank it home. The Knicks tap it away. Out of bounds, and they throw it away. And the Spurs have it. Is that Brunson there? He's still holding on to his knee a bit. Looks like he's putting some type of like compression thing maybe on his knee. He's definitely something with his knee, which is not good for the New York Knicks. Castle going to find De'Aaron Fox. He floats it up, and Wemby got it and won. Wait, no, they called it on the floor. They called it on the floor. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the question was NBA Scholars Trivia presented by our great partners. Who's the first player to win multiple NBA Finals MVP awards? And the first person to get it correct was John Mr. John MC Duff in the chat. It was Willis Reed as Barnes misses the three. Willis Reed did it in 1970 and 1973. Matter of fact, for the New York Knicks. John, congratulations, man. Great guess. First person to do it was Willis Reed. I thought some Knicks fans would have an advantage, but apparently you guys weren't born the last time the Knicks actually won anything, so you didn't know. Sorry, New York. Had to roast you for a second. But shout out to Mr. John in the chat. Thank you all for playing NBA Scholars Trivia. Brought to you by our great friends at National University. All right, here we go. Cat to Alvarado. Here's McBride. Contested three, but he knocks it down. Big time shot for New York. Here's Wemby down in the paint. He's plucked away. The Knicks are looking like they're going on a run. Alvarado going to find Cat. Cat guarded by Wemby. Dribbles downhill. Drives. Blocked by Wemby. Get that out of here. Let's see this again. All ball, man. He hit his arm on the follow through, but he did swipe it away. Maybe Cat should stop complaining a little bit and just try to, get to the rim. Alvarado reverse layup, misses it, but he actually had it tapped. It was goaltending. Goaltending. Anyway, man, shouts out to John in the chat. Thank y'all all for playing. Good guesses. A lot of people had correct guesses. They just weren't the first one. Willis Reed, 1970 and 73 for the Knicks. Castle's fouled going to the rim on the other end. A lot of fouls here to begin quarter number 2. Still no update on Brunson. We'll see if he plays through it. I'm sure he's going to at least try if it's not torn. There is Brunson there on the bench. We'll see if he comes back in. Here's the inbound to Castle. It's a 3-point game. Castle coming around a Wemby screen. He drives, accelerates, goes up and in. Castle gets it to go. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Towns going to turn and spin and drive. Towns of the lane, floats it up and in. Nice bucket by Karl Anthony Towns. Having a good game one here. Wemby drives the other end and he is fouled. So now Wemby's starting to get aggressive, and again, it's tit for tat, man, back and forth. Cat's going to work, man. 550 people in the chat. Let's go, guys. Get those likes up. Thank you so much for being here, man. We'll be here all series long. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Subscribe to the channel and welcome on in to the best community in the world. Wemby's going to knock down the first at the line. Guys, how do you feel about the Brunson thing so far? Do you think that he's going to be able to come back in this game? Do you think Brunson's going to be able to play? Do you think he's going to play through it? I mean, a knee is kind of hard to play through. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something you can mess around with, really. What do you guys think? Wemby's going to knock down a pair at the line. 2 minutes into the second. Spurs are 7 of 8 from the line. The Knicks have not been there once. Here's Alvarado going to drive, crossover. Alvarado going to turn and spin. He finds Cat. Cat gets double teamed. An adjustment by the Spurs. Here's Shamet, drives, pull up, midi, can't get the bounce. Here come the Spurs out in transition. They are lightning quick. Castle, Vassell, top of the arc three, misses everything, and the Knicks have it back now. Alvarado running the show. Brunson still on the bench. Alvarado dribble drive downhill, lays it right up and in, and he scoops it through the hole. Looks like Brunson is getting ready to try to check back in. He's limping over to the scorer's table. Here's Castle going to cross and kick, and he turns it over. The Knicks have it again. Anunoby, Alvarado up the floor. McBride for the tie. Can't get it. The Knicks bench has really saved them here in this second quarter. They are on fire right now. Even though they missed that last shot, they have gotten him right back in this. Here's Wemby. Going to step back now, step through, and he misses everything. Tough take by Wemby. Shamet on the other side. Can't knock down the three. He's a bit cold in this game, and the Spurs have it back. 3-point game. 8:30 to go. Harper steps into one. No good. Spurs have gone ice cold here. 10 minutes for Landry Shamet. He's 1 of 3 from beyond. Here's Cat now dribbling the ball. They still have Wemby on him. He's going to find McBride against Harper. They're going to try to get the switch. Now McBride goes back the other way around the screen. McBride using his body to shade off Harper. Here's Anunoby downhill, drives and dumps. Cat up against Wemby, and he's fouled. Cat is on the ground, back down, and he's a little slow to get up, and Wemby did not like the foul call. Cat saying he got hit in the face. So we'll see what they call. Let's see this again. Anunoby dumped it off the Cat. He went up. Wemby tried to block it. Couldn't see from that angle if he got him in the jaw or not. Terrible camera work by this channel. I don't know what they called or what they're doing. But anyway, it's a 3-point game. Welcome on into the chat. 600 in the building. This is the Playoff Game Day live show where we give the live game call, break it down as it happens, and we read out your comments. So we're waiting to see if Jalen Brunson, I guess, comes back into this game or what. I mean, he walked over to the scorer's table. Looked like he had some type of compression thing on his knee. I don't know. Maybe it's like a small sprain or something. We'll see. But I don't know. We'll see if he can actually run. You know, if he can't, then they might have to take him back out. How do we feel so far, man? Busy Bee says the Knicks are getting beat up. Knicks are actually on a run right now because of their bench. It's been the McBrides of the world, you know? McBride's actually doing his thing. Shamet's just been chucking and chucking and chucking, but yeah, I mean, you got McBride, you got Towns who's doing his thing. 4 points for Alvarado and 4 rebounds. The fact that Alvarado's got 4 rebounds is crazy. But yeah, that bench run kind of saved him right there. But again, I think even if Brunson comes back in, I think Stephon Castle's defense is just too elite, man. And I think he's, you know, putting him in jail so far. Bro, this is hard to watch. Cat is worse than the Thunder. Yeah, he does cry a lot, man. He does. It's pretty funny. Spurs stop shooting stupid threes. They're missing them lately. That's what helped the Knicks get it down. I mean, the Spurs are just missing shots. I don't think they're terrible shot selection, but I just think they just went a little bit cold. Most of the chat is hate watching. Hey, I mean, to each their own, you know? Like I said, I'm trying to call the game as fair as I can. Trying to be fair. Obviously, I don't like the Knicks, but, you know, I'm just calling it as it goes. I think the Brunson thing is something to keep our eyes on now, though, for sure. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, while we wait to get back from this long, I guess, review, let's play a little game in the chat, man. Drop the spot. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Where's everybody watching this stream from tonight or watching the game? Give me your thoughts in the chat and drop your spot in the chat. Your state, your country, town, city. Where are you watching from tonight? Drop it in the chat. We'll shout some of them out. And guys, get us up to 200 likes. We're almost there. Let's piss off the neighbors for waking me up early as heck in the morning. Busy Bee says, I'm hate watching. No shame in my game. I think they challenged this, or are they reviewing it? Looked like he got him in the jaw there at the end. Scott Foster, the lead official. $2 super chat. Bernard McCoy says at times Wemby does not know how to play ball. So the Spurs have it back. So I guess they challenged it and they won. Wemby's back on the bench now. Harper dribbling and driving, steps back, turns and kicks. Here's Castle, the pump fake, left to right, drives against Hart, and he's fouled. At times Wemby doesn't know how to play ball. I think he just gets a little bit tired and he gets a little lazy, but I think he knows how to play. I think it's just a matter of doing it and being 7'5" and trying to have the stamina. But I agree, he should be getting downhill more. He should be getting down low. By the way, here comes Jordan Clarkson, and Jalen Brunson is back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. So good to see Brunson back in. It's not a game-ending injury. Guess Brunson's okay. Maybe he's playing through something, but here come the New York Knicks. 3-point game. Brunson and Hart. Hart floats it up to Robinson. He slams down the oop, and I think he was fouled and won. And won. Somehow, it looked like he slammed it down on the front rim and it bounced in. Cornette got stuck in between. He slammed it down into the front rim and it bounced forward and fell in for an and one. So it's Mitch Robinson to the line for one more. We got Cornwall in the chat, ATL Charleston, Upper Darby, PA Delco. We got Canada in the chat, South Jersey, Chicago, Delaware, England, Florida, San Diego, Atlantic Ocean working on a cruise. Let's go. U.S. Army Station, West Philly born and raised, Texas to Tennessee, Germany in the chat. Houston, Texas in the house, Northeast Philly, West Philly, Northeast Philly. Let's go, man. Trenton in the chat. Thank you all for dropping the spots. Drop it like it's hot, man. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Drop some fire emojis, man. Get us hyped up. 1-point game. Carter Bryant is in now. So the coaches are not afraid to go deep into the bench. Spurs are already 10 deep. Spurs have shot 10 free throws so far in this game. Knicks have only shot 1 free throw. They're also 10 deep into their bench. So it is 1 of 2 at the line for the rookie. Here is Jordan Clarkson working against Dylan Harper now. It's Jalen Brunson. Brunson switched on to Harper. He spins, he drives and kicks. Clarkson contested 3. It's in and out. Harper the rebound, and here come the Spurs. Fox, Harper, Cornette, Bryant, and Vassell. Here's Harper at the wing. He dribbles and kicks. Here's the Aaron Fox going to step up for 3. In and out. Now the Spurs, I think, are getting way too 3-point happy. Fox inside, floats it up, misses again. Robinson pulls down the board, and here come the New York Knicks. Brunson dribble drive, high lay, misses. Robinson tried to put it back and couldn't get it to go. Harper, Vassell, inside. Fox lays it up and in on the breakaway. 34-30 is the score. Here's Brunson guarded by Bryant now. They're throwing a lot of different defenders at Jalen Brunson. Brunson at the top, coming around a screen now, working against Vassell. He's going to drive downhill and spin. He drives, floats, and got it to go. And Brunson is down again. Brunson is down on the ground, and he is not getting up this time. 3-ball, good from Vassell. Brunson is screaming at Scott Foster, and he is limping. Brunson just ripped in to Scott Foster, and he is down, and who knows about that knee now? Let's see this again. Looked like he planted. He came down. Oh, did his ankle turn right there? Oh. Now he hurt his ankle. I think he just hurt his, before was his knee, and now I think he just hurt his ankle. And how did he not get a technical for that, though? I understand he's frustrated about the injury, but yo, he might be cooked now, man. Did he get a technical? I don't think he did, right? Ladies and gentlemen, what do we think, man? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, again, we don't know until they come back here, but if I'm the New York Knicks, only they know the extent of Brunson's injuries, but I would be very cautious about playing him the rest of this game. If I'm New York, I know you got to win this game, and, well, I mean, you don't have to win game one, but, like, you want to make a statement, right? But if he is injured and he's trying to play through 2 injuries now, I would be very cautious about playing him for the rest of this game. First one was the knee. That looked like an ankle twist right there. Stay says the East has now cursed another Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know, man. Guess we'll see what happens. I knew I was going to jinx it at the end of the first quarter when I was talking about how the refs were kind of calling these games. You know, it's kind of been like alternating quarter by quarter, but this second quarter has been way, way too heavy with fouls, man. First quarter was great, and now it's just whistle after whistle, but we will see. Nah, says that is the Knicks when they're playing real contenders. Hey, man. I mean, you can't take away what the Knicks have done in these playoffs for sure. They deserve a lot of credit. But like I told y'all before this game today, like they haven't seen a defense like this, and they're hanging in here, but the Spurs defense is strong, man. All right, so Brunson's going to come back in now. So I guess he's going to play through both injuries. See how he looks here. Carter Bryant's on him like glue. So it's Brunson, Jordan Clarkson, Mikal Bridges, Landry Shamet, and Mitchell Robinson. Brunson is 2 of 9. Carter Bryant all over him. Brunson going to step back now, floated up one hand, can't get it to go, but it's tapped back in by Brunson himself. You got to give Brunson credit. I mean, he's playing through this, you know? He's giving it his all. And we got an offensive foul on the San Antonio Spurs. Looks like a push-off, so it's going to go back to New York. Brunson definitely pushed off Bryant there. No offensive foul, but he did get his own board and tap it in. Good heads-up play by Brunson. 37-34. Here's Jalen Brunson again, this time guarded by Carter Bryant. One-on-one with the left. He's going to drive. Turn, back down. Brunson turns through 2, goes up, and gets it to go. What a finish by Jalen Brunson. It's a 1-point game, 37-36. Luke Cornett now scanning the floor. Here's De'Aaron Fox, going to dribble and drive. Fox under the rim. He turns, spins against Shamet. Little half spin, step back. Can't get the bounce. And here come the Knicks. Here's Jalen Brunson again, trying to operate, finds Bridges. Bridges has been quiet tonight. Here's Jordan Clarkson, hits the deck. Coach wanted a travel. Here's Brunson working against Bryant. He drives and floats it up and in. Man, Jalen Brunson is having his way. Jalen Brunson playing through the injuries, just being tough. Harper on the other end, he's going to answer back. So the Knicks had the lead momentarily, but the Spurs take it right back. And it is a 1-point game. Spurs lead it. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Bridges around a high screen. He's going to drive, pull up mid-range, and the Knicks take the lead back. Back and forth, man. Back and forth. Fox to the oppo corner. Bryant for 3. In and out. Robinson gets the board. And now Brunson's going to draw a foul on Carter Bryant. Listen, you got to give Brunson credit with the way he's playing right now. I don't know what they shot Brunson up with when he went back to that locker room. But he looks to be moving a lot better right now, so we'll see. We'll see. 550 people in the chat. Let's go, guys. Get these likes up, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Alley-oop from the Knicks, and it is going to be missed. Way out of bounds. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in here, man. 21-12 in this quarter via New York. 4 of 14 from the field is San Antonio in this quarter. Here's a 3-ball from Keldon Johnson, and he's going to break the slump. Spurs take a 2-point lead. Excuse me. Here's Jalen Brunson working against De'Aaron Fox now. Brunson, 3 minutes to go in quarter 2. Game 1 of the finals. Brunson, little sidestep 3-ball, in and out. Wemby's back in with the board. I feel like they kept Wemby out a little too long there. Harper going to find Wemby. Wemby's going to chop a 3. It's short. What are you doing, Wemby? Get in the paint, man. He's getting back to over-relying on those deep threes. He's letting them right off the hook. Here's Jalen Brunson going to cross over, drive against Harper, kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet going to sidestep, fades from 3, and hits. Knicks retake the lead. Wemby driving the paint. He steps back now. Wemby fouled by Robinson. Might have got it in shooting motion. Frickin' Landry Shamet, man. Landry Shamet. I just don't know why Wemby is just taking a bunch of threes now, man. He better turn up. He was doing good in the first quarter, but I don't know, man. Like we said in the chat, sometimes he just gets a little bit lazy, I would say, or maybe gassed. How are we feeling, chat? Let's go. We need 5 more likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Welcome into the show. Game Day Live. We give you all the breakdowns and the live coverage. How are we feeling, man? How are we feeling? Got Poconos in the chat. 00 says Castle has to get back in there. I agree. He's back in now, but I feel like they waited a little bit long to get him and Wemby back in. Brunson back on the bench now, sitting next to his father. 1-point lead for the Spurs now after the free throws. 10 of 12 at the line is San Antonio. Anunoby corner 3. That one is short. Champagnie back in at Champagnie, Castle, Wemby, Johnson, and Harper. Champagnie wide open from the wing, and he knocks it down. Guys, every time Champagnie hits a 3, it just is like a dagger in the heart a little bit more, man. Sixers legend Julian Champagnie. Mikal Bridges at the top, guarded by Keldon Johnson. Bridges looking for some offense. Cat going to set a screen. Bridges drives past Wemby and kicks Alvarado from the wing, and he answers back. Yo, what a game this is, man. What a game. This is what I've been waiting for, man. Back and forth. Champagnie wants another one. Champagnie!
He's on fire!
Are you kidding me, bro? Just stab me in the heart, Julian. Bro. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, man. Here's Jalen Brunson back in the game now, working against Wemby. He's got the switch he wants. Brunson, one-on-one, crossover, step back, three ball, in and out. Cat the rebound. He's fouled on the board. Yo, I'm not going to lie, man. This game is wild so far. This is like crazy hoops, man. First one good at the line for Cat. How are we feeling, chat? Oh, we got 200 likes. We got 200. Wake him up.
He's on fire.
Yes, wake him up. Sir. Cat gonna knock down the second. Pair good at the line. Wake him up. Screw the neighbors, man. We got to piss them off, man. Fires in the chat. Here we go. 2-point game. Castle downhill. Steps back. Pull up. Midi. It's short. Sorry for anybody that just heard the air horn for the first time. We do it every 100 likes. Don't be annoyed. Fox steals it away from Cat. He drives 1-on-0 and slams it down. De'Aaron Fox comes alive, and the Spurs get a much-needed bucket. 30 seconds now. Bridges to Cat. Cat against Wemby. Drives to the paint. Floats it up. Can't get it. Shot clock unplugged. Here come the Spurs now. Fans on their feet. Letting the applause be heard. 10 seconds. What a game. What a first half, man. Here's De'Aaron Fox coming around the screen. Weaves his way through. Oh, a dime to the corner. Champagny again. Again.
He's on fire.
Oh, my gosh. Bridges blocked by Wemby at the buzzer. Yo. Guys, I got to take a moment of silence, bro, for Julian Champagny. I got to do it. This one hurts, man. I showed you guys during Game 7, man. I put out a video back in 2022, and it was titled, "The Sixers Have an Undrafted Free Agent Hidden Gem in Julian Champagny." Now, obviously, I didn't think he'd be this good, but I knew he would be something, and Sixers let him go so that Mac McClung could be in the dunk contest. This dude is in the NBA Finals, hitting 5 threes in the first half. I mean, it hurts to be a Sixers fan, man. It really freaking hurts to be a Sixers fan, man. All right, man. I had to get that off my chest, bro. I had to get it off my chest. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. 5 threes in the first half of an NBA Finals game. It's just crazy, man. All right, man. Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, back on track. Welcome in. Welcome in. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. We have been treated to a delight so far. 55-48 is the score here at halftime. It has been back and forth. Lots of storyline. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to turn it over to you, and I want to know one word in the chat right now, or one thought, or one main takeaway from this game so far. What is your main thought or takeaway from this first half? Or one word to describe everything. Give me one word in the chat to describe this game, or one thought, or just, one takeaway. If I had to think of a word to describe this game so far, it would just be pinnacle, man. Like, this is the pinnacle of hoops right now. Like, this is what I expected. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted so far, man. It has lived up to the hype. But again, we're only in the first half. But this is fun, man. A lot of back and forth, a lot of energy, a lot of intensity, a lot of runs. So my word is pinnacle, man, because if we get treated to a series like this, I mean, I can't ask for anything more. But it's going to depend on the teams, man, and the adjustments that are made. So anyway, man, I am going to get to your words and your thoughts in the chat. Continue to drop those. All right, let me know how you feel about this game. What do you think for the second half? And most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Welcome on in. Thanks for being here. Game 1 of the finals. We'll be here every game of this series. All right. Before I get to some of the best in the chat and give you my one main takeaway from this game, got to let you guys know about our great partners of the show all season long. This one's brought to you by National University. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get schooled top level of education, the way that this game has been the top level of hoops and performance so far, you got to check out National University. They have online schooling programs designed for people like you that may be juggling multiple responsibilities or may want to go back to school, but you don't have the time or the energy or the money or whatever it is. They have flexible 4, 8, and 12-week online classes designed to make pursuing your education much more achievable. And they have some of the most comprehensive degree program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students. Over 150 degree programs, including areas of study like education, business, marketing, healthcare, psychology, social sciences, engineering, tech, criminal justice, and more. That is just the tip of the iceberg. They're a veteran-founded university that awarded nearly $55 million in scholarships last academic season. They customize education plans just for you with adaptive instruction and holistic student support, and of course, competency-based credentialing to help you stay on track and accomplish your goals. They empower their learners to balance work, family, and school. And for a limited time, they're offering new scholarship opportunities, so check all of them out. Click the link down in the description. Go to nationaluniversity.com. And most importantly, man, level up, get that next degree, and get that extra bit of education. Level up in your life with National University. Shout out to them for being a proud partner of Philly Take with RB for the last 2 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of getting schooled, man, you know what the Spurs are doing in this game that I really like? They're playing fearless. Now, I could argue the Knicks are doing the same thing, but I've really noticed it more from the Spurs. Let's see some of the words in the chat. Let's see. Excellent, battleground, humbling, champagne, unpredictable, game of runs, greatness, Hunger Games, suspense, Brunson bricking, awesome, delivering, Julian Champagny is Klay Thompson. Stop hurting me, man. Stop doing it to me. You know I'm in pain, man. Busy Bee says rigged because the Knicks can't flop their way around. Entertainment, magnificent, unfloppable, maturation. What else we got, man? Keep dropping them. Scattered, synergistic. What else? $2 super chat. Sixers talking about flopping. Y'all have Embiid. I'm so glad that you super chatted the channel to talk about Joel Embiid. Focus your priorities on the San Antonio Spurs, because right now, man, they look dangerous. Do I have to remind you of that, man? Yeah, I'm a Sixers fan. Yeah, I'm here covering this game. I'm sitting here chilling, having fun, watching great hoops. You're talking about Joel Embiid. You're in the finals. Jeez, man, whine some more, bro. You know why people are talking about flopping? Because the Knicks are flopping. They're crying. They are. They're just not getting the calls, which is hilarious. It's pretty funny. So let's talk about the officials, man. Spurs have definitely gotten way more calls than the Knicks. I didn't like how the second quarter was officiated. I like how the first quarter was officiated. I want them to let them play. That's my thing. I want them to let them play. Literally. So at the end of the day, man, I hope we get into the second half. I've enjoyed the physicality. I've enjoyed the toughness. And that's all it comes down to it, man. Let them play. Scott Foster, let them play. Now, on top of that, the San Antonio Spurs went on a 20-3 run to end the first quarter, and they did it without Victor Wembanyama on the floor. Spurs bench came up. They stepped up big time. Then you had the Jalen Brunson injury. Landry Shamet shoves Harrison Barnes on a three-point play, knocks him into Jalen Brunson's knee. So you know Brunson is dealing with something. And then on top of that, you have Jalen Brunson a few minutes later go down off a floater, and he hurts his ankle. So he's dealing with a knee injury. He's dealing with an ankle injury. Even before the injuries, Jalen Brunson was getting clamped up. He was getting locked up by Stephon Castle. He was getting locked up by Julian Champagnie. And then in the second quarter, the Knicks start going on a run because their bench comes alive. Landry Shamet hit a couple shots, McBride, and I feel like Katz played a pretty good game. I feel like he's kind of kept them in it. Brunson had a little run there for a couple minutes, and I don't know what they shot Jalen Brunson up with in the locker room when he went back there, but he looks to be moving much better. So Brunson seems to be okay. We'll see how his knee fares the rest of the night. Something to keep our eyes on. I thought OG Anunoby was playing good at first, and they kind of just like weeded him out of like getting touches. It feels like the bench is what saved both of these teams early in this game. Then as we went into the second quarter, right, game of runs, here come the Knicks on a run. Wemby and Castle were on the bench, I feel like, for a little too long. They come back in. Wemby's chucking threes. Spurs are getting, inefficient, and they're just chucking, and they can't knock anything down. They were like 4 of 15 in the quarter. But then at the end of the second quarter, once again, the momentum flips, and here comes Julian Champagnie out of nowhere. He finishes the first half with 5 threes. It's just unbelievable. And again, I'm not trying to bring it back to the Sixers all the time, but how could you not see that this dude can play? How can you not see that this dude can play, man? 9 points for Julian Champagnie in the last 4 minutes, and he puts the Spurs back up by 7. So, yeah, man, let's look at a few stats here. It's been a heck of a game. A lot of intensity, a lot of back and forth. Knicks are shooting 6 of 20 from 3. 30%. Spurs are shooting 9 of 24, 37%, so nothing too crazy. Both teams shooting 40% from the field. Spurs have been in the line for 12 free throw attempts. Knicks have only had 3. 5 turnovers for the Spurs and 7 for the Knicks. Not a ton of points off turnovers. Here's the key indicator, though. The Spurs have 14 points off the fast break, and the Knicks only have 2. But the Knicks have 11 second chance points, and the Spurs only have 2. So Spurs have been dominating, playing quick in the fast break, and like I said before the game, rebounding was a huge advantage for New York, and they've been taking advantage of the boards and the second chance points. I thought Mitchell Robinson had a nice couple of boards there and, came in off that second unit playing with that hand injury. He had 5 rebounds. Hart had 5 rebounds. But really the question is, I would say going into the second half is, can the San Antonio Spurs keep playing at the level of intensity that they're at right now, the same level of pace? That's my question, right? Because, again, I didn't expect them to come out and play with this level of fire. I thought they'd be tired from last series, but they continued to defy a lot of the odds. They look like they're right in flow state, and they look like they're just picking up right where they left off. Will Wemby get aggressive like he did in the first quarter? Will they be able to continue hitting shots? Dylan Harper was incredible in the first quarter. Harper needs to step up and take that role here in the second half. He had 10 points in the first quarter off the bench. He only had 2 in the second quarter. He only had 2 shot attempts in the second quarter. They got to feed Dylan Harper more. De'Aaron Fox has been a little bit kind of all out of it today. He's 0 of 4 from 3, 4 points, 4 assists. But yeah, man, I think if I'm the Spurs, I'm telling Stephon Castle, give us your best, doing a great job against Brunson, him and Carter Bryant and Devin Vassell, just kind of keeping Brunson away until that last run there in the second quarter. It's really going to be about who can execute late. I do think this game is going down to the wire now. At first I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks beat them by a good amount, but nah, I think this is going down to the wire, man. And I think everything we saw in the first half is literally a preview of what we're about to see here, even more intensified, more magnified here in the second half. It's been a great game. It's been a great game, man. So at the end of the day, man, that's where I'm at. Somebody just sent me a stat. Julian Champagnie is the first player in Spurs history with 53s and 100 rebounds in a single postseason. Wow. That's all I can say, man, is wow. Yeah, Julian Champagnie is a damn good player. And if they continue to generate open looks, I think both teams have moved the ball pretty well. Spurs have had some really nice possessions where they pass it around the wing 4 times and get a 3. But see what happens, man. Like I said, we know how it goes, man. We know how it goes. It's going to be a good game. This is going to be a good second half. I'm just looking up and down the stat sheet right now, and I'm like, man, I mean, the Spurs, obviously they have Dylan Harper, but maybe they need a little more scoring off the bench. Wemby's got 3 blocks. He's 2 of 8 from the field. If Wemby can get going, I just feel, again, that he's playing a little bit passive. I feel like he's playing a little bit passive, but I do expect him to pick it up here in the third quarter. So we'll see. Anyway, man, if Wemby gets going, the Knicks really don't have a chance. If Brunson is not healthy, I also think they don't have a chance. And yeah, I mean, Bridges and Anunoby just kind of disappeared. Same thing with Josh Hart. So I feel like Cat's been playing pretty good. Hasn't gotten a lot of calls. Well, I think that big matchup, I'm surprised they kept Wemby on Cat the entire half. I did not think they would come out with that strategy, but they did. So yeah, man, I feel like we're going to be in store for a really good second half. A lot of X's and O's, a lot of coaching adjustments. Can't wait to see what happens. Definitely need to monitor the status of Jalen Brunson's knee, because even though he came back and is playing through it, I mean, that doesn't mean he's not feeling a ton of pain, So we'll see. Anyway, man, shout out to everybody in here. We got almost 500 people in here still. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep on breaking it down. I see people in the chat arguing with each other. I'm guessing it's the Knicks fans invading now, starting to talk their talk because they, kept it close. Yeah. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. What do you guys think is going to happen in the second half? Who do you think is going to win this game? Drop it right now in the comments. Spurs or Knicks, who is getting game 1? Because originally, I said the Knicks were going to win game 1. I don't know if I'm confident in that anymore. Spurs have really impressed me tonight with their energy. It's a game of runs. Champagnie has been fantastic. It all depends on Wemby. He's got to get aggressive here in the second half. We'll see what they do, and we'll see how they look. I'm excited for this, though. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Thanks for being here. Game Day Live Show. We're breaking it down every game of the series. We are off in quarter number 3. De'Aaron Fox going to find Champagnie. We got a foul off the bat. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns, and it's going to be his first foul of the ball game. Guys, keep it clean and respectful in the chat. We're all here to watch hoops. You can root for your teams, but keep it clean, no spam and no spoiling. Here's Wemby. Wemby working against Cat. Steps back. Wemby can't get the jumper to go. Here comes New York now. It's Brunson bringing it up the floor. I feel like the Knicks need to get a couple others involved. They got to get Anunoby and Bridges going. That's how they were really dynamic in the last couple series. They were utilizing everybody. Cat going to find Anunoby down in the paint, turns, spins, kicks, Anunoby, Hart, now Brunson back to Hart. Hart from the wing, a three. It's too much. Spurs have it. Up the floor now, it's Castle, dribble, drive, turn, and kick. Wemby from the top of the arc drives the paint. He lost the ball. It's out of bounds. Wemby didn't like the out of bounds call, but they're going to give it to New York. Let's go, chat. Here's Jalen Brunson now. Wemby's going to try to pick the pocket of Cat. A risky gamble, and then Anunoby's fouled under the rim. Spurs had to pick him up on the block because Wemby came up, tried to steal the ball away. Estelle says, I don't give a rat's blank who wins the series. I'm here with my fellow fans, and it feels like I'm surrounded by friends. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. Shout out to you, Estelle. Thank you, my man. Here's Cat, the inbound. Like I said, we're trying to have some fun watching this series and break it down from a fan level and just have a good community, man. Here's Brunson going to drive and kick Anunoby the pump fake. He steps back for three. Can't get it to go. Vassell. Now Castle. 7-point game. The Spurs lead it. Castle coming around his screen. He kicks it out to Champagny. Champagny. Fox. Wemby. Wemby drives, goes up, and left it short. But he was fouled by Cat. It's going to be 2 quick fouls on Karl Anthony Towns. "17 minutes for Cat, 8 points, 6 boards, and 2 fouls. First one good at the line for Wemby. See this again. Cat wrapped him up from behind. Cat has that tendency sometimes to just get into that mode where he just fouls and fouls and fouls, and Knicks can't afford to have him do that. Shout out to the Spurs fans. They have been on their feet the entire game. Credit to them. Harrogate at the line for Wemby, so it is 57-48. Here's Mikal Bridges. Bridges working against Champagny. Now it's Cat to Brunson. Brunson dribbling, driving downhill. He's going to turn. Vassell's right on him. Anunoby drives, pull up, mid-range. Just missed the bounce. Spurs have it again. A chance to get out in front. Castle, Champagny in transition. Misses everything. And Wemby was shoved into the stands. Wemby did not like that, but he's going to hustle back now. Yo, Champagny's barking at somebody, man. I like his energy. Not going to lie. Josh Hart going to find Jalen Brunson. Brunson coming around a screen now. He's on Vassell. Brunson downhill. He's going to try to drive that shoulder. Step back. Brunson airballs it. Airballs it into the stands. Knicks can't seem to generate any offense right now. It's the San Antonio Spurs who are all up on them. Like I said, the Knicks have not seen a defense like this. And there's Stephon Castle who rims one up and in. Spurs with their largest lead of the game. It's 11 points. And it's out of bounds. Anunoby had it poked away. It's going to stay with New York, though. Like I said, the Knicks have not seen a defense like this, man. Here's the inbound to Anunoby. Anunoby finds Hart, dribbles inside, got bounced, and he was fouled by Wemby. Guys, keep it clean in the chat, man. 500 plus in here. Hit that like button, man. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go, guys. Keep it clean in the chat, man. Keep it clean in the chat. Knicks knock one down. 9-point game now. There's De'Aaron Fox going to cross over, drive, spin. Wemby the pump fake. Now he drives against Cat. Nice defense by Towns. Wemby goes up. Oh, he almost got it. It rimmed in and out. It's going to be 2 at the line for Wemby. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. 3 fouls on Karl Anthony Towns. He just got 3 fouls in 3 minutes. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I just said at halftime, man. If Wemby starts to get aggressive, the Knicks are in trouble. First one good at the line for Wemby. Mods, keep us clean in the chat, man. Let them know the rules. Let's keep it clean in here. Let's go, guys. Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? Also, let me know who you're rooting for in the chat tonight. Cat has 3 fouls. He's going to stay in the game, but not good for the New York Knicks. They now find themselves down by 11. Jalen Brunson guarded by Castle. Castle is all over him like glue. Cat going to find Bridges. Bridges driving against Champagnie, kicks out to Anunoby. Anunoby inside, pump fakes, pulls up mid-range. It's airballed. Airballed again. The Knicks are flustered. They have nowhere to look, nowhere to go. Wemby down in the post, drop step. Wemby against Cat, finds Castle. Castle for 3, short. Here's Josh Hart at the wing, guarded by Castle. Now it's Bridges in the corner. Bridges working against Wemby. He's going to dribble in, turn and spin, find Josh Hart. Hart at the top of the arc. He's going to find Cat, no look dime. Bridges under the rim against Wemby, goes up, and he can't get the bounce. The Knicks cannot penetrate the paint with Wemby right now. Fox going to turn, spin, float, misses. Castle puts it back. He scooped it up and reverse laid it, and it's a 13-point game. Brunson a 3, can't get it to go, and the Spurs are on a run. Here comes Champagnie, oops it up, and we have a foul on the floor. Wemby and Castle both went for the oop. Holy crap, man. Yo, this is insane, bro. This is insane, bro. Here's a dish back to Wemby for 3. Can't get the bounce. Spurs crash the board. It is the Spurs who have become aggressive on the boards. Castle wide open 3. Can't knock it down. Missed opportunity. Here's Jalen Brunson working against Harper. Now it's Bridges. Kicks out to Hart. Hart, dribble, drive. Hart, Brunson, corner 3. In and out. The Knicks are ice cold. Vassell, Harper, drives. Harper goes up, misses it. Wemby the board, it's tapped away. And it's going to stay with the Spurs. The Knicks have only scored 2 points in this quarter. Wemby's going to come out of the game now. Is he limping now? Wemby's limping a little bit. That is not good for the Spurs. Not good if you're a Spurs fan. Here's Luke Cornett. Cornett dumps it off to Champagnie. Another 3. Off the back iron. Can't get it to go. Cornett couldn't pick up the board. Here comes New York. Hart. Bridges and Brunson running the lane. Bridges all the way, reverse lay. Missed it by a mile, but he was fouled. And they're going to give... I think they called a foul, but anyway, timeout. Wemby, let's see what's up with him now. 500 people in the chat. Let's go. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. How are we feeling so far, man? Back and forth in this freaking game, man. Back and forth. All I will say, man, is the Spurs have surprised me here in this third quarter, especially on the rebounds. The Spurs are literally, they're playing harder. They're playing more physical. I've said the Knicks have the rebounding advantage, and they did have the second chance point advantage, but Spurs have come out here hungry in this third quarter. I did not think that they would have this type of energy. I did not think they would have this type of energy, man, but they do. Crazy, man. Crazy. Now, again, game is far from over. I don't want to sit here and, get ahead of myself, but I've stood on the take this entire night and last series that the Knicks have not seen a defense like the Spurs. See, everybody wants to talk about the Spurs, right? And they want to talk about, oh, well, they went to 7 against the Thunder, and the Thunder didn't have Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. That's very true. But even without those guys, the Thunder are very hard to beat. They pretty much don't get beat in the big moments. And the Spurs took them down on the road, which is very hard to do. So my point is, the Spurs are battle-tested. The Knicks have been on a historical run. Credit to them. They're playing who's on their schedule. But the Hawks and the Cavs and the Sixers are nowhere near what this Spurs defense is. And that's the fact. That's a fact. What I am surprised about is that the Knicks are getting out-hustled right now. Toe Life says, I put the TV on mute to listen to your stream. Let's go, man. Let's go. It's one of the best comments I've seen all night, man. Shout out to you, man. Guys, we give you the live game call. Mute your TVs or your streams. Time us up, man. Give you the live coverage, live stats, all that and more. This is going to be an interesting fourth quarter, man. If you're the Knicks right now, you can't let the Spurs separate this anymore. Like, this is the run right here of this game where you could either really lose it or really get back in it. That's how I'm feeling. Is Joel Embiid playing? No, he's not. Why are we still talking about Joel Embiid, man? We're still talking about Joel Embiid in the chat, man. Come on, guys. Knicks fans are just obsessed with Joel Embiid. I mean, your team's in the finals. You guys are talking about Joel Embiid. Looked like Wemby got stepped on by Josh Hart. Looks like he's waving off his people, though, so. First one missed at the line for Mikal Bridges. The Knicks are just ice cold right now. Guess the Spurs are going to keep Wemby on the bench for now and see if they can extend the lead a little bit with Luke Cornett on the floor. Let's go, guys. Get us up to 300 likes so we can wake up the neighbors. 1 of 2 at the line for Bridges. It is a 12-point game. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, Luke Cornett, and Julian Champagnie for the Spurs. Harper to Castle. Castle against Cat. He's going to dribble, drive, and kick. Harper thinking 3, now drives in and spins. Working against Bridges. Spins the other way. Floats it right up and in. He's flexing on Mikal Bridges, and he's talking smack. Yo, this is a rookie doing this, man. 14 points in this game. Brunson at the top finds Towns. Towns guarded by Cornett. Towns on the high post. He finds Bridges. Bridges pull up mid-range. They need it. It bounces up, out, and I think it was hit for a goaltend. Or did they call a foul? I don't know what they just called right there. Let's see this again. I think it was a goaltend. Actually, I don't know if anybody touched it. They called a foul on that? They called a foul on that, so it's an and one. Inadvertent and one. And one. Josh Hart with 3 points now on the night, 65-54. The step back from Castle, and he knocks it down. Spurs answer again. 13-point game. Here's the dribble, the drive, the kick. Shamit inside. Shamit back to Towns, to Shamit. Dribbles, lays it up and in. Here are the Spurs down the other way. Spurs seem to have had an answer. Knicks have it back down the other way. Towns goes up. He's fouled and one. My thing froze for a second, but I didn't even just see what. All I know is Cat got fouled on the other end. Knicks are fighting to stay in this, man. Harper missed a three, and then Cat got fouled on the other side. I look at the live chat, we're talking about the Wizards, man. We're talking about the Washington Wizards. Are you guys serious, man? This is where I stop looking at the chat, bro. Come on now, guys. The Wizards? Who gives a damn about the Wizards? Free throw is good. We got a game, man. 8-point game. 8 points. Neither team has made a three in this quarter alone. Here's Champagny dribbling downhill, drives, floats it up, blocked by Cat. Knicks have it back. Here's Hart, Brunson, dribble, drive, lay, and got it. And the Knicks cut it to a 6-point game. They're on a 7-0 run. Unreal, man. They are right back in this game, man. Knicks are right back in it. All right, man. You guys keep talking about the damn Wizards. I'll be back in a minute. We're on a timeout by the Spurs. I need to get more water to keep the vocal cords clean. Do us a favor. If you're going to talk about the Wizards, hit the damn like and subscribe button, man. Let's go. We do this every single game. We'll be right back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. All right, man, we are back. Still on timeout. It is now a 6-point game, and the Knicks are climbing their way back into this. Yo, if the Knicks win this game, I mean, you got to think that they have like a crazy confidence in this series, because for the last 12 minutes, it's felt like the Spurs game to win. So if the Knicks can't get this done, man, if they can get this done, the Spurs are going to feel like this is a blown opportunity. You guys still talking about the Wizards or what, man? Here we go. 6-point game coming out of the timeout. This is where it's at right here. Here's Wemby working against Cat. He's going to turn, kick Champagnie. Knicks are guarding right up on him. Harper drives the baseline reverse. What a finish by Dylan Harper. Are you kidding me? What a finish by Harper with the reverse lay. That is unbelievable, man. For a rookie to be doing that, crazy. Hart hits the deck. Brunson for three. It's short. Wemby picks it up, and here come the Spurs. And Fox completely throws it away. Don't know what that was. McBride back in. Now Shamet back in. Hits a three in the corner, and it is down to a 5-point game. 5-point game. Shamet has 11 points. He has been on this absolute heater in the playoffs. Here's Fox downhill, finds Harper, corner three, airballs it by a mile. He misses everything. Here come the Knicks now, trying to cut it to three. Brunson drives and kicks. Hart on the top. Now Brunson. Now McBride for three. Just missed it. Cat the board, puts it up and in. It is a 3-point ball game. 12-2 run for the Knicks, and the Spurs can feel it slipping. Here's Fox working against Shamet. Crossover, drive, pull up, mid-range, got it. Finally a bucket to cut the momentum. 71-66 now. 3:08 to go in the third. Brunson finds Hart downhill, turns, spins against Wemby. Nowhere to go. He finds a cutting Shamet. Shamet running out to the perimeter. 4 on the shot clock. Shamet, Hart wide open for three. In and out. Cat the board, puts it up, in and fouled. He is chirping at Keldon Johnson. It's an and one for Cat. Knicks are back in this, man. They are back in this. We have a crazy fourth quarter coming up. Johnson trying to get physical with Cat. Then he tried to make it look like he wasn't. Woo! What a game we have, bro. What a game. And Cat gonna knock down the free throw. 71-69. 2:50 to play here in the third. The Aaron Fox at the top now. He's working downhill, drives all the way, floats it and misses it. Knicks have it. Spurs cannot find the bucket right now. They might need another timeout. Here's Shamet up to Towns. Knicks could actually take the lead for three. Just short. Here come the Spurs now. Harper downhill, turns, spins, kicks to Johnson. Johnson inside, out to the corner. Now up to Champagnie. Harper, now Wemby. Pump fakes, drives, kicks. Harper working downhill. He's got a wide open two. He hits it, but it's a foul. It's a foul on the Spurs, and it's going the other way. Bucket will not count. Little push by Wemby. Bad decision. $5 super chat from Alan. Alan, thank you so much, man. Shout out to Alan. Wemby looks gassed, man. He's 2 of 10 from the field. Not his best showing for sure. See if somebody else can step up. 2:05 to go here in the third. 71-69. Brunson pull up, and we are all tied at 71. We are tied. Johnson the other end, blocked by McBride, and the Spurs don't know what to do. They don't know what hit them. Listen, man. Credit to the New York Knicks for being tough, and the Spurs better wake up. If you blow this opportunity, man, I mean, you let them right back in the game. I don't know what Wemby is doing, man. Like, to start the third quarter, he drew 3 straight fouls on Cat, and then again, he stopped getting inside. Vassell slams it down off the inbounds, and the Spurs temporarily retake the lead. 73-71. 1:40 to go here in the third. Brunson at the logo, guarded by Harper. Shamet sets the screen. Brunson against Barnes now. He floats it up. Did he get the foul call? He did. See, this is that was the Brunson flop that I don't like, where he stops and tries to jump backwards and starts jumping and jumping backwards into a defender. Damn, Shamet got taken out by that Wemby screen. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I don't know why the refs are rewarding Jalen Brunson doing that, but nonetheless, he is at the line. Brunson going to knock down a pair, so we are tied again at 73. Tell you what, man, game 1 has lived up to the hype. Spurs are 0 of 7 from 3 in this quarter alone. Fox finds the Oppo corner. Here's Harper now up top. Harper against McBride, kicks to Wemby. Wemby pulls up a 3, and he can't get it to go. Why is Wemby shooting 3s in the corner? Brunson dribbling downhill. He turns, spins, fades for the lead. It's short. Spurs have it. Tied at 73. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Loses it out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, man. Oh, and they called a foul. So Fox is going to the line. Fox is going to the line with 1:07 to go here in the third. He has not been really loud tonight either. Listen, man, if I'm the Spurs, I'm getting the ball back in the hands of Dylan Harper. I'm letting him do his thing because he really seems to be the only confident, comfortable one right now. Maybe Wemby is just getting too tired late in these games. I mean, you can't sit here and say that the Knicks aren't doing a good job. They are. But also, I just think that his mentality's got to change a little bit. Second free throw is missed. Here come the New York Knicks. Guys, hit the like button, man. Get us to 300. Let's go. We're doing this every game of the series. Here's Brunson dribbling, turning, spinning, drives. Brunson down to Robinson. And he threw it away. It's turned over back to the San Antonio Spurs. If you guys have been rocking with us all night, man, drop a yes, sir, in the chat. I want to know who's been tapped in with us. What a game this has been. Here's Vassell up at the top. He's going to turn, spin, kick to Wemby. Wemby against Robinson. Beats him downhill all the way. Slams it down. Are you kidding me? How did he even get to the rim? He jumped from the elbow. He's not human. Bro, that's crazy. The fact that he can jump from the elbow and dunk is wild. Hart to the corner. McBride for the tie. How did he get that to go? Oh my God, what a shot by McBride. Wemby trying to take the lead. Misses it. We are tied up going to the fourth. Bro, how did he hit that shot? McBride shot it from the corner and he banked it in. It was a clean three. Oh my gosh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man. I don't know what I saw Wemby turn and dunk from the elbow, and I saw Deuce McBride hit a shot that he usually only hits against the Sixers, which is just a ridiculous prayer from the corner. I don't even know how he angled that. It like came down. Like it was like a moonshot, and he banked it in. That was crazy. All right, man. Nothing makes sense anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show. NBA Playoff Game Day Live. We're doing it every game of the series. 540 in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's wake up the damn neighbors. And I have one question for you guys, man. And then I'm going to shout out some of the people that dropped a yes, sir in the chat. My question is, who do you think is going to win this game? Who do you think is going to win this game? Drop it now or forever hold your peace. Knicks or Spurs? Who is getting the W tonight? What do you guys think, man? I'm going to read out some of your guesses as well. All that and more here on the other side, but got to give one more shout out, show some love to our great partners of the show over at National University. I told you about all their degree programs, over 150 to choose from, all of the resources they offer you, but on top of the academics, not only do they have the most comprehensive degree program options, but they give you all the additional supplemental resources as well. They give you free virtual mental health counseling, a student wellness center, so many internship opportunities, and much more. They're an accredited nonprofit university helping you live your life and achieve your goals with NU. You could be a busy worker, person, or learner and a successful student. Once again, you got to check them out. They offer 4, 8, and 12-week online courses designed to help you balance your work, life, and school. You don't just have to sit in a classroom all day. You can go to school from the comfort of your own home. You can go between your job. Let's say you're juggling multiple responsibilities. They make it easy for you, and they are invested in your education and want to see you thrive. So once again, check out National University by clicking their link down in the description. Check out all their flexible curriculum and program options. And once again, thank you to National University for being a proud partner of Philly Take with RB. Check out all their programs and options down below by clicking their link. Bunch of new scholarships coming for the next academic year. Shout out to National University, man. Speaking of getting schooled, man, the Spurs did get schooled in that quarter. So who thinks the Spurs are going to win this game? Because if they don't wake up, man, they're not winning. If they don't wake up, they're not winning. Knicks played a really good third quarter. It was 28-21. They're getting aggressive. Wemby's getting passive. They got to wake up, man. First finals game tied entering the fourth since 2021. That is wild. That's wild, man. It's been that long. Jose Alvarado is in for Jalen Brunson. Alvarado going to find Towns. 4 on the shot clock. Towns going to turn, spin, drive, float. No. Tap in, no. And it goes out of bounds. Who will they call it for? I think they're going to keep it with New York. Let's see. I see a bunch of Knicks and a bunch of Spurs in the chat. People are talking about Wemby. So a lot of people think the Knicks are going to win this game. Here's a reverse layup from Shamet. Yo, Shamet is cooking, man. You got to give him credit. Just because I said the Knicks were going to win originally tonight, I'll probably stick with my pick, but it would be a tough loss for the Spurs at this point, given that they were up by what, like 14? Like they had this game, and credit to the Knicks for battling back. Here's De'Aaron Fox. He drives, he floats it up short. Wemby puts it up. He couldn't get the bucket, but he does get the foul. Victor Wembanyama to the line for 2. Let's shout out a couple of the people that said yes, sir, in the chat. Who's been rocking with us all night? We got Normandy in the house. We got Dom, Busy. Shout out to all the members. Mods, make sure y'all drop that link tree in the chat. Guys, hit that link tree. Go follow us everywhere. We got Jay in the chat. We got MC, Estelle. Who else? We got John in the chat. What else we got, man? First one missed by Wemby. Tell you what, man. Wemby is not looking that good here in this game. Is he running out of steam? Is he running out of steam? Michael in the chat, what's up, man? Hoagie, what's up, man? Bucking says probably the Knicks, unfortunately. Wemby better wake up, man. Second one is good. 1 of 2 at the stripe for Victor Wembanyama. He's 3 of 13 on the night, but he's 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Here is Jose Alvarado with Anunoby, Towns, Shamet, and McBride. Anunoby guarded by Castle. Castle switches on to Alvarado. Castle, Fox, Barnes, Vassell, and Wemby for the Spurs. Here's Alvarado, 2 on the shot clock. He jabs. He has to heave one up. He misses it. And a push on the rebound. Terrible decision by De'Aaron Fox. Just a terrible, terrible low IQ play. And it's going to stay with the Knicks with a fresh 14. Tell you what, man, Fox has been very underwhelming. There's been a good handful of games he's been like this in the playoffs. And if I'm the Spurs, I'm rocking with Dylan Harper, man. I'm rocking with Dylan Harper because I don't know what Fox was doing there. Here's the drive, and Anunoby goes full head of steam into the basket. Listen, man, you just gave up 2 easy points. Castle going to find Harrison Barnes. Can the vet do anything? He drives, turns. Wemby now, spins. Wemby fadeaway, short again. Spurs are running out of answers. 3-point game now. Knicks favored. Cat driving downhill. Cat goes in, turns, spins, finds Shamet. Now Alvarado. Alvarado going to find Anunoby on the wing. Anunoby guarded by Castle. He's going to take him to the rim. Goes up. Nice contest, and that one does not fall. It's a 5-on-4 advantage. Here comes Castle running up the floor. He's going to find Vassell. Vassell to the rim all the way. Misses the layup. Wemby taps it back, though, and puts it in himself. So it's going to be a 1-point game. Holy smokes, man. What a game, man. This is coming down to the wire. This is going down to the wire. Here's the dribble drive from McBride out to Anunoby from the corner. Got it! Knicks lead by 4. Yo, they're in trouble, man. They're in trouble. Castle turns, spins, and got the bounce. 2-point game. 9 to play. Yo, we could see a buzzer beater tonight, man. This feels like Spurs Thunder game 1 in a way. Anunoby jabs a couple times, trying to get Wemby to bite, pulls up a 3 and knocks it down again. Are you serious? OG Anunoby is coming alive and showing why he's worth that money. 8 points here in the first 3 minutes of the 4th. Here's Stephon Castle, finds Vassell. Vassell, the dribble, the kick. Castle wants to respond, and he does! And he does! We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! You cannot ask for anything more than this, man. This is exactly what I wanted to see, man. What a game. What a game. Alvarado to McBride. A game that could really swing the series in either direction. McBride going to find Alvarado. Brunson still resting on the bench, along with Bridges. Alvarado turning the corner. He drives, floats one up, free at the rim. Can't get it to drop. Here come the Spurs. 3-on-3. Fox, the hezzy, the cross, the drive, the kick. Vassell for the lead. No good. Wemby's getting boxed. Barnes gets the rebound. Castle for the lead. Can't get it again. Knicks come away. 7:50 to go. McBride accelerates to the rack. Misses everything. Spurs have it on the break now. Can they take the lead? Barnes wants a stab at it. No good. The board and the tap in from San Antonio. And Mike Brown is right in the ref's face. He thought somebody was pushed on the board. And we are tied at 86. Harrison Barnes forgot that he's allowed to shoot the basketball. Barnes forgot he's allowed to take shots. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know what the Spurs rotations are doing. I don't know what they're doing rotation-wise right now, but put Dylan Harper in the game if I'm the Spurs. And the Knicks got to get Brunson and Bridges back in here. 560 people in the chat. We need 8 more likes. Let's go. Get us to 300, man. Guys, I'm RB. This is your first time watching me, man. Welcome in. This is what I do every single game. We give it a live game call. We break it down. We react to your comments. We do a ton of different content here on this channel. I'm a Sixers fan, Philly fan. So obviously we cover the Philly teams. But like I said, we're trying to build an entire NBA community. And we are streaming all of these games. We'll be here all series long. I need y'all to hit that sub button, man. You see where we're at? 55,286. Get us up. Let's hit 55.3, man. Only if you enjoy the content, though, man. Guys, this is a crazy game, man. This is a crazy game, man. Both teams are fighting. Both teams are fighting. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man, and Spurs fans, you let me know if you agree or not, but yeah, man, I just think Dylan Harper's got to play. I think Dylan Harper's got to play, man. Harper's got to play, man. He looks more ready than De'Aaron Fox. We got John Monroe in the chat. Don Boyle in the chat. Busy in the chat. Let's go. This game has been awesome. We got 300 likes in the chat. Let's go. Neighbors wanted to wake us up in the morning. We got to keep them up at night. Let's go. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's go.
He's on fire.
Sure. Woo! Let's go, chat. Fire me up, baby. 7:30 to play. This could be a pivotal moment in this series. This has been everything as advertised. Spurs were dominating. Knicks made a comeback. Now they're fighting possession by possession. Knicks are probably going to ride out Jalen Brunson for the rest of the game once he comes back in. Him and Cat. But like I said, like Anunoby, some of these guys are playing well. Spurs got to get Wemby established in the paint, and they got to bring Harper in there. He is. Harper's back in. Yeah, they leave Fox on the bench. They're going to bring Harper in. So Mitch Johnson agrees with me. Is that Cornette? Brunson flies to the rim, lays it in. So Cat is now on the bench, and Wemby is on the bench. I'm surprised they're resting these guys with 7 minutes to go. But nonetheless, Brunson answers right away. Here's Luke Cornette. Cornette guarded by Robinson now. trying to get somebody open. Here's Harper going baseline, gets bumped by Bridges, goes up. He was fouled on the baseline. He still scored, but it's not going to count. Foul on Bridges. Dude, Harper is so tough, man. How the heck did he even get that shot up? So I guess the coaches are going to, they're going to match Wemby and Cat minutes on the bench, but see what happens, man. Here's Stephon Castle. Got to be careful here. Don't want to turn it over. Castle going to hezzy, drive, float it up, misses everything. Bad shot selection. Here come the Knicks on the break. Brunson all the way, and he's fouled. Brunson had to sell that call like he was in a award-winning film. Now he's chirping at Scott Foster. Why are you chirping? You just got the call. Oh my gosh, dude. The egregious flopping, man. I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm having fun watching this game, man, but the fact that you got fouled and then you had to flop even more and then complain to Scott Foster, I don't know. It affects me. But anyway, Brunson goes 2 of 2 at the line. It's a 4-point game, and the Knicks are now in command. Harper dribbling, driving downhill. Wemby's back in. Harper almost turns it over. Vassell to Wemby, and the Knicks have it again. Here comes Brunson off the steal. The drive downhill, up and in. The Knicks have taken over the Frostbank Center. It is a 6-point game. The Spurs have gone ice cold, and the Knicks are now the enforcers. This game has literally been a switch-up the entire game. Knicks going on a run, Spurs going on a run, Knicks going on a run. Like the energy has completely changed this entire game. But now the Knicks are getting hot when it matters most, despite Jalen Brunson flopping like a fish. And, yeah, man. Spurs might be cooked if they don't wake up right here. It's gonna be up to Wemby, man. The Aaron Fox pretty much got benched because he's been horrible. Yeah. Stephon Castle, man, I mean, he's just, he's not your primary guard. Like, you got to put it in the hands of Harper. But you got to get Wemby going. It's as simple as that. Wemby has not played that well tonight.
Let's go.
Wemby just has not played that well tonight. Simple as that. Originally, this is how I expected him to look, though. That's why I said the Knicks were going to win game 1, because I didn't think the Spurs had enough energy in the tank. But it's not over yet. Chris V, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Everybody's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. Sounds like something a Knicks fan would say. Jalen Brunson, 9 of 24 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. I guess he's playing some great game, according to Knicks fans. He's had a couple nice, tough buckets for sure. He's also flopping around right now, but hey, I mean, to each their own, you know what I mean? He's had some tough shots in the fourth, but I wouldn't say he's playing great. I mean, if you watch his game and say Jalen Brunson's playing a great game, I don't agree with you. I think he's making some shots they need him to make. I just think the Spurs have ran out of gas. Like I said, man, this is how I expected the Spurs to look this entire game. I'm surprised they even came out with energy. 00 says Spurs got this. Still plenty of time left. I'll be damned if I said it's over in game 1. Yeah, I mean, it's not over yet. 100%. A lot of time to play. Wemby's just got to wake up. He has not played well tonight. Maybe he's just winded, though. Spurs have gone ice cold. They're not getting any looks. They can't generate any offense. And the Knicks are generating a ton of offense. And the Spurs went from being the team that was stealing the ball and scoring on the fast break. Now the Knicks are doing it. Has Champagny even taken a shot in the second half? He had 15 points at halftime. I don't think he's taken a shot in the second half. Who are we drafting, RB? I will get to that, man. I will be dropping some content on that, even though I'm not that excited about the 22nd pick. Harper just turned it over. We got a fan on the floor. A fan is vlogging, and he just got dragged out. Yo, what? What a... Yo, the Spurs turned it over, too, and then this fan runs out on the floor vlogging himself. Damn, that's crazy, man. My personal opinion on that, man, I think it's one of the dumbest things that you can do. Now Scott Foster's gonna call for a coaches meeting here and talk about it. I mean, Knicks stole the ball away. Knicks stole the ball away. Look at this guy. Looks like he's like 18 years old. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think that doing that is one of the dumbest things that you can do. You get 2 seconds of fame and then you go get arrested and probably never allowed back in the arena. Or if you are, you get a hefty fine. I mean, like, what's the point of that, man? Now we're going to do a jump ball because of some loser that ran on the floor. All right, here we go. Spurs win the tip-off, so they actually benefit from it. Fox, here's Vassell Champagny for 3. Misses everything. Here's Jalen Brunson coming around his screen. He's going to dribble, try to find that mid-range. Brunson all the way, scoops it up, and got it again. Yeah, Brunson is just, he's doing what he has to do, man. He scored the last 8 for New York. Now we got a foul in New York down the other end. I think the funniest thing is that guy was like recording on his phone. And it's just like, who do you think he was recording for? Like, I don't know. I just find that crazy. Here's Champagny. Champagny to Wemby. Wemby guarded by Mitch. Wemby one-on-one. He's going to turn, try to find space, gets bumped. Wemby down low, threw it away, and he traveled. Knicks are locking up on defense. Great defense by Robinson. I think they're getting the ball too high to Wemby, though. I think if they really want to get him established, he's got to post up. Knicks throw it away. Spurs smack it out of bounds. Knicks have completely overtaken this game. Spurs have just completely disappeared. His 13 followers on Facebook. That's what I'm saying. Like, did he go live on IG or something? He went live on IG for his 100 followers. What a moment, buddy. You think I'm getting kicked out of the finals to do that? Heck no. Brunson dribbling downhill, pulls up mid-range. No good. Spurs have it. Fox is back in now. Vassell's on the bench. Fox got poked again. Fox is a turnover machine. Here's Shamet. Robinson back to Shamet. 5:10 to go. In the fourth, Shamet around the screen. He's going to dribble, drive, kick, Out to Hart. Hart all the way. Turns, spins, Bridges. Bridges downhill, fading. No good. Wemby the board. Here come the Spurs. Wemby up top. Wemby's going to step back. A trifecta. Got it to go. 5-point game. Timeout, New York. Timeout, New York. 5-point game. 4:48 to play. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Like I said, man, a lot of ball left to play. A lot of ball left to play. $640 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Let's go. Champagne turned into sparkling cider. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We're going to be streaming this entire series. We do this every single game. We break it down. We're just having fun, man. You don't have to be a Philly fan to subscribe to the show. We welcome everybody. Welcome in. 4:48 to play in this fourth quarter. It's all going to come down to the wire here, man. Coming down to the wire. Spurs team is close. They need to grow up in this series. I mean, it's only game one, man. It's only game one. A lot of ball left to play. A lot of adjustments to be made. Like I said, I did not expect the Spurs to even look competitive in this game. They have, but the Knicks have kicked it into that next gear. They've overtaken them. But still a lot of time left to play, man. A lot of game left to play. They're going to keep Bridges on the bench right now, which I find interesting. Brunson turning, spinning against Champagne. Steps back deep two, misses it. Spurs come away. Here comes Castle now. Harper. Harper looking confident with the ball in his hands as a rookie. Castle to Wemby. Wemby downhill against Cat. Floats it up, misses it. Tried to force it, got his own rebound. Turns and kicks. Harper, Castle, now Champagne. Dribbling downhill, kicks it out to Wemby in a corner. Off the top of the backboard. Spurs get it back and a foul. Woo! Somehow the Spurs got a foul at the end of that play. I don't know how they did it, but boy, that was a scary situation right there. So now we got Julian Champagne going to the line. First one is good. I'm going to drop our link tree in the chat. Make sure you guys follow us on all social medias, man. At Philly Take with RB. Follow us everywhere. We're putting out tons of NBA content. Vassell's going to come in now. I think he just took Harper out, which I don't think is a good decision, personally. 4:04 to go here in this game. The second one is missed by Champagne. Here's Jalen Brunson now with the ball, working against Castle. Castle, Fox, Champagne, Vassell, and Wemby. I don't know about going with Fox over Harper here. Shamet going to drive into the paint, turns, spins, and kicks to Anunoby. Anunoby steps back, puts it up mid-range. No good. The Spurs have it. Hart's down on the ground. It's a 5-on-4. Wemby up the floor, taking his time. Working against Cat. Sees a double. Kicks to Castle. Now it's Wemby. Wemby on the wing. Looking for a ball handler. Now he's going to take it himself. Wemby drives. The paint goes up. Fouled. And one! And one!
He's on fire!
Wemby is coming alive. It's a foul and the bucket. Wemby going to the stripe for one more. And that's 4 on Karl Anthony Towns. One's in the chat. Could we get overtime, man? That would be crazy. That'd be wild. Wemby trying to stay composed, man. Fans have been on their feet. They have been rocking this entire game. Free throw is good. Game 1 of the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, couldn't have asked for anything more, man. 1-point game. It's a 7-0 run for the Spurs, and all of a sudden they're back in it. Brunson going to find Cat after they trapped Brunson. Here's Anunoby. Spurs are doubling Brunson. They're trying to take him off the ball. Now it's Champagnie on Brunson. 5, 4, 3. Brunson steps back off the shoulder hit, puts it up, misses it again. Spurs with a chance to take the lead. 3 minutes to go. Here's Wemby. Does he have another one in the chamber? He drives, floats, misses. Champagnie taken away by Hart, and the Knicks have it. Brunson up the floor. Shamet transition 3. It's short. Hart the rebound. Throws it. Shamet saves it. Brunson. 8 on the shot clock. Brunson downhill. He drives over 3 defenders. Can't get it. Wemby pulls it in. 2:30 to go. 1-point game here in game 1 of the finals. Wemby gonna find Fox. Fox on the wing, guarded by Brunson. Drives downhill, turns and kicks. Vassell for 3, short. Gets his own board. Champagnie, oops it. Wemby fouled on the floor. Wemby was fouled again, and he will go back to the stripe. Don't know who got that one, but let's see. Okay, it was Shamet. Shamet fouled him. Honestly, didn't see too much. Well, he did touch him in the back. Wemby sold it a bit. But Shamet did touch the back. So now it is Wemby going to the free throw line. He's got 15 in the second half with 10 boards. He has been phenomenal here in the fourth quarter. This is what I've been waiting to see from Victor Wembanyama. 2 big ones at the line. The first is good. Holy smokes, guys. 700 people in the chat. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing this every single game. This is wild, guys. Wild. All comes down to this, man. All comes down to this. 2 of 2 at the line for Wemby. 9-0 run for the Spurs in the last 4 minutes. Here's Brunson working against Champagnie. He's going to cross over, drive. Brunson through the lane. Bridges, Hart, Anunoby for the lead. No good. Brunson taps it away. Bridges gets it back. Brunson for the lead. Got it. Knicks retake the lead, 97-95. What a shot by Jalen Brunson. He comes through in the clutch. Only his second 3 of the night. Here's Victor Wembanyama, guarded by Cat. Wemby gonna turn, spin, hand to Fox. Fox in the lane, wide open, misses it. He clunked a wide open midi. Knicks have it again. Brunson guarded by Champagnie. How did Fox miss that? Why is he even in the game? Here's Brunson working against Champagnie. He gets doubled off the ball. Bridges in the mid-range. He steps back, puts it up, poked away, and he's fouled. Fouled by Fox with 4 on the shot clock. Woo! Oh my gosh, man. You know, it's crazy, man. Like, we do this show all season, and I talk about the Sixers, and I always, you know, the chat's like, oh, you could coach the Sixers. Well, apparently I could coach the damn Spurs as well. Didn't I just say you should have played Dylan Harper over De'Aaron Fox right now? Why is Fox in the game? He misses a wide open mid-range. He commits a terrible foul. Bridges has a hitch in his free throw. That was ugly. But he knocks him down. It's a 4-point game for the Knicks. I don't know what the heck Mitch Johnson is thinking, rolling with De'Aaron Fox. I don't know why Harper would be on the bench, man. Wemby gets it poked away. The Knicks have it. Fast break. Hart going to stop the ball. 52 seconds ago, probably a good idea. Spurs need to stop here or the game is probably over. Brunson calls off the screen. He's got Vassell one-on-one. Brunson, crossover, drive, spin. Brunson steps through, floats it up, and hits. What a shot. What a shot by Jalen Brunson, man. Big shots here in the fourth quarter. Fox to Wemby. Wemby chucks a three. It's in and out. And the Knicks are fouled. Knicks are going to win game one, man. Wow. Wow. I'm going to be honest with you, man. What a shot by Jalen Brunson, man. That was a heck of a shot. He has come alive in the fourth quarter. I think Mitch Johnson blew the game, man. Obviously, Brunson having 13 in the fourth is, it's hard to do something about that when he's just hitting crazy shots. But Mitch Johnson to leave De'Aaron Fox in the game over Dylan Harper is crazy to me. Crazy. Anunoby going to knock them down at the line. So Knicks go on a 7-0 run of their own. I mean, they call it a game of runs for a reason. Spurs go on a 7-0. Now the Knicks are on a 9-0. And the Knicks tap it away out of bounds. So it looks like the Knicks are going to continue their stretch here of undefeated, 12 games in a row undefeated. Timeout on the floor. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, we're going to talk about it after the game. We're going to break it down and analyze this game one. You got to give the Knicks credit for the way that they've played. Like I said, I'm going to always keep it as real as I can. The Knicks deserve credit. Brunson deserves credit. But the Spurs, in my opinion, had this game and they threw it away. I think they threw it away, man. Like I said, I picked the Spurs to lose this game, picked the Knicks to win it. Spurs battled. They had an opportunity to win, and they threw it away. Knicks fans delusional, thinking they're going to sweep the Spurs. Yeah, they're not going to sweep them. Definitely not. Wemby's getting the ball too far from the basket. I agree. You thought you knew ball. What does that even mean, bro? See, when you guys make these statements, man, you got to know what you're talking about. I literally picked the Knicks to win this game. The way the Spurs looked for most of this game in the second half is exactly how I expected them to look. Spurs had the game, though. They threw it away. Bad coaching. But yeah, when you guys make these claims, man, you guys got to know what you're talking about. So the challenge by the Knicks is going to be successful. It's going to be overturned, and the Knicks are going to get the ball, which is pretty much going to end this game. But yeah, we're going to talk about Victor Wembanyama. We're going to talk about De'Aaron Fox for sure. Champagnie had, 2 shot attempts in the second half? Oh, we got another timeout right now? We got another timeout. All right, man. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. We got post-game coming up and all that stuff. We're going to break down why the Knicks were able to win this game. Be right back. All right, so we got free throws up right now. Brunson's chirping at somebody. 13 points in the fourth quarter for Jalen Brunson. You got to give him credit, man. As much as I hate to say it, I mean, you got to tip your cap to him. He came up big when it mattered. And, yeah, man. He hit big shots, especially after the injuries. Knicks are going to finish the game on an 11-0 run. Unless the Spurs make a bucket here. Champagny deep three. Misses it. That's going to do it, man. Knicks are going to win game one. They finish on an 11-0 run. Brunson's chirping at somebody. I don't know who he's chirping at.
Let's go.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks win 105-95. This is a very interesting game to try to break down. Not going to lie to you. It felt like it had like 10 different phases. Felt like the momentum turned a million times in this game. So we're going to break that down. We're going to try to make sense of what happened. Am I surprised? Do I think the Knicks are going to sweep the Spurs now? Do I think they're going to run away with it? We will talk about all that and more coming up here on the post-game portion. I want to say thank you to everybody that has been hanging out all night, man. We'll do this every game of this series here on the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show, brought to you by National University, powered by the Prize Picks app. $5 super chat from Chris V. Says the same thing he said earlier. Everybody's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. Chris V, I did say when you first sent that chat at the end of the third quarter that Brunson was not playing well, and I do stand on that. But After the fourth quarter, I give Brunson a lot of credit. I thought he made the big shots, 13 points in the fourth. They needed every one of them, and he came through, man. So I got to give him credit. That's what I do, man. I'm as fair as I can be. So Jalen Brunson really battled, man. Who knows how hurt he really was? Maybe they just shot him up with a bunch of stuff. I have no clue. But he looked like he was like severely injured in the first quarter, and he even went back to the locker room. So I don't know. He came back, he played through it, and he delivered in the second half. Now, was it more of the Knicks coming back, or was it more of the Spurs kind of just getting away from what worked, or maybe simply just running out of stamina? I think it could be both. I think it could be both. So that is what we are going to talk about. All right, man. $2 super chat. AP in the chat. What's up, AP? AP, don't tell me you've been shadow lurking tonight, man. My guy AP, man, I was looking for you earlier, bro. I know AP is hyped right now, man. AP is probably on cloud 9 right now. Shout out to AP, man. One of the loyal viewers of this chat. All right, man. Why don't we take it over to the post game? Why don't we talk about this, man? I think it's about that time, because I said at the beginning of this stream, right? Matter of fact, let's save it here. Let's go to the post game part, man. Let's go to the post game, man. Post game live show here on the NBA Game Day live show, brought to you by Prize Picks. I said at the beginning of this stream that we were either going to really learn a lot or that we were really going to learn nothing. And at the end of the day, I think we did learn a lot. Maybe much different than expected. I feel like the outcome was what I personally expected, but I feel like it did teach us a lot of different things. So we're going to break that down. We're going to talk about what the Knicks did to get back in this, what the Spurs did to fall out of it, and does this change our perspective about the rest of the series? That is what we're going to do right here on the post-game live show. But welcome in, I am RB. Shout out to everybody tapped in with us. Game one of the finals, I will say off the bat, was a lot of fun. A lot of back and forth. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of runs. It was fun, man. I'm not going to lie. This game, for me as an outsider, provided all the entertainment value that I wanted to see. I wanted to see competitiveness. I wanted to see fire and intensity. I didn't think I would see that with the Spurs, and I guess that's where we'll start off. I did not think the Spurs were going to come out and fight as hard as they did in this game, but they did. Even coming off 3 days of rest after a brutal 7-game series. And I was shocked that they were playing as good as they were early on. Now, obviously, you have to give credit to the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, 13 points in the fourth quarter. Even if we don't like him, you got to give him credit. I mean, tip your hat. This guy was incredible, and he hit shots late when it mattered. And he did it coming off a couple injuries that he suffered early in the game. And sometimes guys just hit really good shots. But to me, the number one takeaway, the number one thing that stands out is that the Spurs blew this game. They had a 14-point lead and they coughed it up. And there were a lot of things that contributed to that, more so the way they were playing. Maybe they were a bit gassed at the end, but they still were in command and they still tied it back up and had a chance to win. And I'm shocked because I think Mitch Johnson has done a hell of a job in the playoffs. But he threw this game away by going with De'Aaron Fox over Dylan Harper late. I mean, Dylan Harper was absolutely fantastic in this game. And he had 10 points out of the gate in the first quarter. He had 16 points and 8 rebounds. And he was hitting big shots. He was getting to the rim, while De'Aaron Fox was 3 of 13 on a max contract with 7 points and 3 turnovers. And with really the game on the line, with a chance to tie it up, De'Aaron Fox misses a wide open mid-range shot. And then on the other end, he commits a foul with a couple seconds left on the shot clock and completely blows the momentum. And I'm just shocked that Mitch Johnson went with the veteran presence over the rookie when you saw how good Dylan Harper was playing. I think it's a convo that must be had eventually about, do you really need De'Aaron Fox? Because Dylan Harper has shown that he is ready for the moment, and he showed it right out of the chute. But I'm just shocked. I really am. Because I feel like Mitch Johnson has made all the right calls, and I feel like, yes, the Knicks were always going to win game one, but the Spurs really did blow a big opportunity, and that could demoralize them a little bit. I expect them to fully bounce back and win game two, and for Wemby to play much better and for shooters to hit shots. I mean, Julian Champagnie had 5 threes in the first half, barely got used in the second half. A lot of it didn't make sense, but you also have to give credit to the New York Knicks where it's due. That's my main takeaway of this game. I do think the Spurs coughed this one up. I do. I think both things can be true. Now, looking at it from the Knicks side, they came out of this gate and, let's just go down and read the runs in this game. First quarter, Spurs go on a 20-3 run to end the quarter. And it looks like they're running away with it. And they eventually go up by 14. Then the Knicks go on a quick 7-0, I think it was. Then the Spurs come back. They go, I think, on a 9-0 near the end of the second. It ended up being a 21-7 run into the third quarter. The whole game was just flip momentum, back and forth, back and forth. Go back to the first quarter, second quarter, right? Jalen Brunson gets pushed into by Harrison Barnes on a rebound attempt. Barnes is crashing the glass. Landry Shamet, of all people, shoves Harrison Barnes to the ground. He hits the left knee, I believe it was, of Jalen Brunson, and Brunson immediately goes off the floor. And if you're the New York Knicks at that point, you're thinking, we might be cooked because he's limping off. He's grabbing his knee. He goes back to the locker room. That's never good. Knee injuries are very hard to battle with. It's not like you can just play through a torn knee or something. Like, there's no way. So I don't know what they shot up Jalen Brunson with. I don't know what they did, but he came back and he looked perfectly fine. And then 5 minutes later, he goes up for a floater off balance and he comes down and he lands on his left ankle. And his ankle twists and he gets up. He's yelling at Scott Foster. I don't know how there wasn't a technical foul there. But then Brunson's dealing with 2 injuries. And once again, they kept him on the bench for a few, brought him back in. He seemed to be okay. Now, maybe it'll really hurt tomorrow. We'll see how it looks for game 2 in a couple days. But, if you're a Knicks fan at that point, you're thinking, damn, man, we're in trouble. But it's weird. Both of the benches really sparked the teams early on because in that first quarter 20-5 run at the end of the first, Victor Wembanyama went to the bench because he wasn't able to score. He wasn't being that aggressive. And they brought in Dylan Harper, who went, he was fantastic off the bench. And they brought in Keldon Johnson and guys like that. I don't know why Harrison Barnes played 12 minutes in this game. He was worthless. But anyway, the Spurs bench sparked them. And then for the Knicks, it was Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet started to hit shots. And then Jose Alvarado came in for Jalen Brunson. And we all said, next man up mentality. And those guys balled out. So anyway, we get to halftime. And I believe the score at halftime, what was it? 55 to, I think, 48. I think it was a 7-point game. And we get to halftime. And both teams aren't shooting that well. Really, the main difference was the Spurs were capitalizing in transition on the break. And the Knicks were capitalizing on second chance points. I'm trying to take you guys down this timeline of just showing how drastically different this game was from a 5-minute stretch to the next 5 minutes. And that's what makes this unpredictable and makes it fun. But anyway, we get to that third quarter. And like I said, the Spurs were capitalizing on playing with intensity and energy. And coming into this game, no, I did not think they would have any life at all. I thought it would look like the Sixers looked in game 1 of the Knicks series where they were just completely gassed from the prior series. Spurs proved me wrong. They came out with energy. Now we get into the third quarter, and it completely flips again. And now the Knicks are getting out rebounded. They're not boxing out. You got Julian Champagnie and, Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle. These guys are just crashing the boards. First couple minutes of the third, you got Victor Wembanyama, who goes at Karl Anthony Towns 3 straight times, gets 3 fouls in 3 minutes. And you're like, oh, the Spurs are taking over. And they go up to 14. You're like, here's their chance. And I remember during a timeout in the mid-third quarter, I said, this is the run where the Knicks are either going to get back in it or the Spurs are going to ride this thing out and win, by 25 points. And the former happened because the Knicks battled back. They got Jalen Brunson back in it. I was a little shocked because I thought the Knicks were not utilizing all their players. I thought OG Anunoby was off to a hot start in this game. He went quiet until the fourth quarter, and Bridges as well defensively. But they started to run their offense. They started to not run it through Cat as much. Cat, I thought, played really, really well. He was able to adapt in this game. At the beginning, he was being aggressive. Then he got in foul trouble. He was able to kind of take his foot off the gas pedal a bit. And he was playing great defense on Wemby. They had some stat graphic on the screen where pretty much the Knicks could not score against Wemby in the paint, and the Spurs could not score against Cat. So Cat held his own defensively, played a great game, 18, 12, and 4. But yeah, after that beginning of the third quarter, Victor Wembanyama, once again, I'm trying to figure out what is going on with Wemby. Because in the Thunder series, in games 5, 6, and 7, he looked either lazy or just not aggressive, he didn't care as much. I'm struggling to realize whether that's him being fatigued, whether he wants to play on the outside, or whether he's just kind of not focused. It's actually a lot of the things that we had said about Joel Embiid before and other great bigs, get inside, establish yourself. And I feel like part of it was the Knicks pressing up a little bit, but I don't feel like they were doing it over the top. I felt like the Spurs kept getting Wemby the ball way too high, and they were relying on him to create off a drop step, off a dribble spin, and then the Knicks were in the benefit because, you're Mitchell Robinson or you're Karl Anthony Towns, and yeah, Wemby's really long, but he doesn't have that, upper body strength to just, plow right through you. So the Spurs, in my opinion, took themselves out of the game at that point, and then the Knicks went on a 20-6 run to end the third. Brunson started to come alive, and then in the fourth quarter, it was just Brunson ball like normal, and they just fed him, and they fed him. Spurs made a couple bad mistakes, at the end of the shot clock. They had a couple, just low IQ plays. But even with that, as we're getting down 6, 7 minutes, the Knicks had taken Cat out. The Spurs had taken Wemby out. They bring them both back in around that 6-7 minute mark. And Brunson comes back in the game, and they just rely on him. One after the other. And he just goes downhill. He was on Castle one play. He was on Vassell. He was on Champagnie. And they were trying to stop him. They just couldn't. My focus more is on the San Antonio Spurs and where their offense went. And like I said, to begin, in my opinion, the Spurs lost this game because with about 5 to 6 minutes left, they actually trimmed the lead again. And they bring it back to 6, and they bring it back to 4. And I think at one point they actually tied it up, or they were down 2. And they take Dylan Harper out of the game when Wemby's shooting free throws. Wemby finally kicked it back into gear. I guess he kind of went into that final reserve of energy. He's like, all right, I'm just going to be aggressive. And on free throws, Mitch Johnson takes out Dylan Harper, who I thought was the most composed player for the Spurs tonight, and he puts in De'Aaron Fox. Why would you do that? To me, that just felt very veteran head coach, let me just play the vet over the guy that's actually playing better. So anyway, man, like I said, Fox misses that midi where he was wide open. He refuses to take a layup to the rim, and he fouls Mikal Bridges on a shot clock almost about to expire possession, and De'Aaron Fox just couldn't do anything. They stopped moving the ball well in the first half. I felt like the Spurs were moving it all around, and there was possessions where they had 4 touches in the span of 3 seconds, and Champagnie would find a corner 3. Champagnie was 5 of 6 at halftime. And in the third quarter, he took 3 shot attempts only, no points. And in the fourth quarter, he only took 2 shot attempts. They did not run a good offense to get their guys moving around. It was just very one-dimensional. It was very tunnel-visioned. And I guess you got to credit part of that to the Knicks and the defense they played, but part of it was also the Spurs just started missing shots. Sometimes it's a make or miss league. You look at the totals in this game. Knicks shot 30% from 3, not that good. Spurs shot 25 though, even worse. Also, I don't want to bring up the officiating. I'm not saying that is the reason why this game was lost, but in the first half, it was completely one-sided for the Spurs. They had, I think, 10 or 12 free throws at halftime. I think it was 12 attempts. And the Knicks only had 2. And then in the second half, it went all to the New York Knicks. The Spurs had 5 free throw attempts in the second half, and the Knicks had 16. So they completely flipped it around. Jalen Brunson was doing his little flop thing where he jumps back into a defender. He did that 3 times. Cat was whining. And the refs just started awarding the Knicks in the second half. The momentum completely flipped. Again, that is not the main reason they lost this game. But there is something to be said about trying to get back in it. And every possession, you got to deal with Jalen Brunson putting his shoulder down and backing up and trying to jump backwards. It's annoying to watch. It's not fun. And I don't understand why the referees can't just keep something consistent for the entire game. Like in the first quarter, I thought they called the game perfectly. And then they went out throughout the rest of the game and it was just foul after foul after foul. Then in the fourth quarter, you had some dude run onto the floor. That broke momentum a bit, and they had to do a jump ball. Scott Foster, the experience of watching a Scott Foster game is just sometimes just mind-boggling to try to understand what's going on. But between the officials being up and down, back and forth, between both of these teams going on these runs, it just made for a very interesting basketball game. I will be honest. It was very interesting. Final tallies here on the second chance points. Knicks had 23 of them on 10 offensive boards. And the Spurs had 14 offensive boards with only 14 second chance points to show for it. So despite that little run in the third where, the Spurs were boxing out and they were becoming the aggressors, Knicks were able to take it back in their own hands. And I will say the Knicks have done that very well in this postseason, whether it's that game against the Cavs where they came back down 20, whether it's against the Sixers or the Hawks. Like the Knicks' ability, even in a game where it feels like they have no juice at all, to just take it right back. I mean, there's something to be said about that. They have done that very, very well. But yeah, 23 second chance points, 12 on the break. And yeah, 19 points off turnovers for the Knicks. They just capitalized. And I feel like the Spurs, who had, I believe, 8 turnovers in the second half, just started to play a bit careless. But coming back to everything overall, yes, you give credit to the Knicks. But as I said at the beginning, I felt like the Knicks were always going to win game 1. I felt like they were going to win game 1. But the question is, who's going to win game 2? If the Knicks can come out and win game 2, then they might have a wrap on this series. Now the Spurs have to win game 2. We know that, right? I said that earlier. Like, the Spurs cannot lose both at home. If they do that, this series is over. Now, I'm not going to question the youth. I'm not going to say, because they're young and they're inexperienced, they can't do this. Of course they can. I mean, they've shut down a lot of those notions. But the question is, can they really do it? Because Victor Wembanyama tonight had 26, 12, 2, and 3 blocks. And it looks like a good stat line, but he was 6 of 21 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, 12 of the 26 came from the free throw line, and I thought he was way too passive for most of the game. But then again, we saw that in game 6 against the Thunder, and he just hit 5 threes and he looked fantastic. So are they going to keep letting Wemby float around the perimeter, or is Mitch Johnson going to get in his ear and tell him, yo, you're the most unstoppable player on the floor. You have to play like it. That's the question. Who's going to bounce back and what's going to happen in game 2? We're going to talk about that, and we're going to continue to break this one down a little more, and I'm going to get to your comments, some of them in the chat. What do you guys think, man? Did tonight's game show you anything that you didn't know? Do you think the Knicks can win game 2 and pretty much take over this entire series? Or do you think Wemby will bounce back and the Spurs will win game 2? That is my question. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to give you my thoughts on that here on the other side. Before I do that, though, got to let you know the post-game show is brought to you by our partners over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is here. The finals have begun. It's already a great start to this series, but the action doesn't stop when the confetti falls and the NBA crowns a champ, because it's a star-studded, scorching summer of sports. We have women's basketball and baseball heating up. We've got the world's biggest soccer tournament on American soil for the first time ever. We have an MMA fight on the White House lawn. Make your picks for all these events and more this summer on Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. I think I'm going to actually get into summer, like I said earlier, with soccer, man. I don't watch a lot of soccer, but my buddies are excited about the World Cup, and with Prize Picks, they have everything from group stage winners to goals scored. You can check it all out, and you can win money while doing it, while supporting your favorite countries. And as for the 2026 NBA Finals, the legacies are on the line. Get in on the action with some of the biggest NBA props of the season. Make your picks on everything from points and rebounds to dunks, three-pointers, fantasy score, and more. Before the NBA champion is crowned, Prize Picks is a preferred partner of the NBA. So you know what to do, man. Pick more or less on your 2 to 6 player stat projections. And if you get those picks right, you can cash in. Get in on all the action. Prize Picks is available in all 50 states. Download the app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first 5. Once again, use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA and a great partner of the show. Now, speaking of picks, man, game 2, looking forward. I think it's fair to say it's a must-win for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, they have to win. If they don't win game 2, series is over. Series is over. But at the end of the day, man, there are a lot of Knicks fans that have come in the chat and they're like, yeah, you know, they're going to sweep them. It's over. I think that's crazy talk. The Spurs were more than capable of winning this game today. I think that the Spurs lost this game because they didn't have enough energy left in the tank. This was not like a Cleveland Cavaliers where they blew the game just because their coach was terrible and, you know, they just don't have enough. I think they do have enough, and I think they showed that all game, and I think they battled. Like I said, a couple questionable decisions down the end, but the Knicks were coming into this game with 9 days of rest, and the Spurs were coming in with 3 days of rest after a very tough series. So I do fully expect the Spurs to bounce back in game 2. They were never going to win game 1. They made it closer than we all expected, and especially with the Brunson knee and ankle situation, it looked like they could steal it. But Wemby's got to really do some channeling of his inner self, and he needs to go back and watch the film from what he did well last series and just dominate. I mean, again, credit to Cat. I said that Cat was the most important player for the Knicks in this series, and he lived up to the hype in game 1. But with that being said, I still feel like there's no way to stop Wemby when he does what he wants to do. I mean, even in the first quarter, there was a play where Wemby's like jogging down the floor, and Josh Hart is like weaving through the lane. And Wemby just turns around and he's like, oh, Hart's going up for a layup, smack it out of bounds. Like, he can do anything he wants on the floor. So I know he's a big man and he's 7'5" and however much he weighs, and he's probably tired. That's why Mitch Johnson kept going to Luke Cornett to try to get him some rest time. You're going to have to get him rested, man. But when Wemby's playing at his best, there is nobody on the Knicks that can stop him. I didn't see any strategy from the Knicks where it's like, oh, they figured out Wemby. I felt like Wemby just got passive and lazy. Simple as that. But the Spurs have to bounce back. They have to bounce back. I would play Dylan Harper in the crunch time minutes over De'Aaron Fox. I don't think they'll shoot 26% next game from three. I don't think they'll go that cold. I don't even know what they were in the second half, but I know it wasn't good. Let's see. They were 0 of 9 in the third quarter. I mean, who goes 0 of 9 in a quarter in an NBA Finals game? Like, that usually just does not happen. They went 2 of 10 in the fourth quarter. So they shot 10% from three in the second half. 10. After shooting 38% in the first half. Just not going to happen again. But the Spurs have to win game 2. It's a must win. 100%. I expect Mitch Johnson to adjust. I expect Mike Brown to adjust. I feel like the Knicks didn't even play their best ball tonight. I feel like they could have got Bridges involved more. I feel like they could have gotten Anunoby involved more. But, yeah, man. Shaman, I don't know what to say about Landry Shaman. He's just on a ridiculous heater. I'm happy for him as a former Sixer, but just hard to understand how he's just emerged the way he has. 33 minutes in this game. I mean, the guy's ridiculous. He just can't miss. I thought Mitchell Robinson had a couple big rebounds when he came in, I think, the second quarter. But, yeah, man. At the end of the day, interesting game 1. A lot of back and forth. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of surprises, I would say. Things went differently than I expected. But, yeah, man, got to tip your cap to Jalen Brunson. He was able to get it done late in this game. He was able to hit big shots. Some of those shots, even that last one he hit, I mean, I know the Knicks finished the game on an 11-0 run. But for Brunson to be fading away from the mid-range and just throw it like 50 feet in the air and it hits nothing but net. I mean, it was just such a fantastic shot. He was clutch, man. They call him clutch for a reason. So, see what happens in game 2. And the Spurs, I expect to fully bounce back, but we'll see. We'll see. Busy B says, newsflash, this is a Sixers channel. We're not glazing either team. Good game, Knicks. And Busy B, who, I mean, I love Busy B. Busy B is, like, if I had, like, someone who was, like, my assistant here, like, my co-host, I feel like Busy B is, like, one of the closest people to that. I haven't even read the comments. I don't even know if I should after that comment. It's the first one I saw here. But, yeah, I know Knicks fans are going to be in the comments, and like I've said before, you know, they're very attention-needing. Like, they need more, even when you're giving them credit, which I feel like I've done now for the last 15 minutes. Like Busy B said, we're allowed to analyze the game on both sides. I don't have a horse in the race. I'm calling the game as fair as I can. Do I like the New York Knicks? Absolutely not. Do I want to see them win? No. But I'm calling the game as fair as I can, and I'm breaking it down on both sides. I just told you what the Knicks did well. I told you what the Spurs did well. And I told you what both didn't do well. So for all you little attention-needing Knicks fans, all right, you need to go out and you need to learn a comprehension skill or go to one of your Knicks podcasters, bro. Like, do you guys not understand that? You know why you keep coming back here, right? Because I tell you the truth. Maybe your people aren't doing that. See, I'm an outsider in this situation. I'm telling you the truth. I'm breaking down the good and the bad. Not a lot of people can do that. I'm telling you exactly what's happening. And the fact that apparently some of y'all are in the chat right now and you're upset because I'm telling you the truth, yeah, you guys need to get real, man. And it really does. It gets on my nerves sometimes because you guys are completely insufferable. Some of you, not all, some. It's like, take your win. Like Busy Bee said, good game to the Knicks. They deserve to win. They did what they had to do. But you can't ignore everything else that happened. We're not going to sit here and just glaze the Knicks the entire time. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. That's what we do. But boy, some of them are just insufferable, man. All right. $2 super chat from my guy, AP. He says, I was sick all night. AP, hope you feel better, man. Shout out to my guy, AP. That's one of the real Knicks fans in here, man. Be more like AP, man. AP, $5 super chat. These boys are young. This is a crushing loss if you are them. What do you think this just did to their mental? We've been on the other side of those. AP, I agree with you partially, man. I do agree with you partially. I think the Spurs being up 14 in this game and collapsing it, that is rough. That is tough to take as a young team. But on the other side, I'd never expected them to win this game. So now they have to bounce back. Now they know, right? They should be more motivated because they just blew an opportunity. Now, if this was just some regular young team, I would say, yeah, they're done. But I have seen throughout the playoffs and through every game in that OKC series that this team is not going to give up. This team is going to fight, man. I didn't think it would be possible for anybody to take down OKC. The Spurs did that. They are tough as nails mentally. So, yes, they were down tonight. I didn't expect them to win game one, but they did battle. They coughed up an opportunity, and now they got to come back even more fired up. I expect them to come back on fire in game two. Simple as that, man. But I do agree with you. They did blow a bad opportunity. They had this game, and they coughed it up. And if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm thinking, man, if we win game two, this series is all but over. So, anyway, man, that's where I'm at. That's how I feel. And, yeah, that's really all I got on this game, man. Solid game. I enjoyed watching it from the entertainment experience, and I'm really excited to see the adjustments that are made in game two. I thought that the crowd was awesome in San Antonio. They didn't sit the entire game. And, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be a dogfight, man. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for tonight, man. I advise you to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. We'll be live on Friday night for game two. We'll be dropping some content about this later tonight. So make sure you follow us on all socials. Shout out to the mods for making it happen, man. Dom, Busy, all the others, Cool J. Shout out to the members. And appreciate everybody for being in the chat tonight, man. Postgame live show. Game one of the finals in the books. Knicks get a 105-95 win. Back and forth game, a lot of ups and downs. Looking forward to the adjustments being made in game two. Trust me, they'll fight back, man. It's going to be a good one. Philly Take with RB. NBA Game Day live show here in the playoffs. We break down every single game. We bring you all the instant reactions and analysis. Shout out to the best community in the world. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch y'all on the next one, man. We're out. Peace.